ZipRecruiter.com/free. Yes, free. 82% of you will keep in mind that ZipRecruiter's technology finds qualified people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
Scott, is that you? Who are you talking to?
82% of you will also know that I, live with my mom. But the most important thing to note is that ZipRecruiter works. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Will you be part of the 82% who remember where you can try ZipRecruiter for free? It's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Again, that exclusive link is ZipRecruiter.com/free. How much? Free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's original Hot and Judy's mild sweet chili hot dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's hot dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Have you been waiting to try CBD? E&S Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. E&S offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. E&S Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink this fall. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bone. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities. The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this one purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome into a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. And we are coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250. We are on 930. We are live online, pr927fm.com. And you can find us on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Make sure you're using our YouTube page, Pirate Radio TV, to get you ready for all ECU game days. We got the interviews with Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Harrell, and some Pirate players there for you to see in their entirety. It's right there for you on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Make sure you are subscribed. You can also watch this show. You can watch the Brian Bailey Show, where he talked to Joe Dooley for an hour on Monday. So all that is available for you right there. All right, Shirley Rhodes is here. Chandler Honeycutt is here on a Wednesday, and we got a lot of guests to get to coming up later this hour. We'll talk to the voice, Jeff Charles, about his long, strange trip to Houston, and get you ready for East Carolina and South Florida. You'll get a lot of me and a lot of the voice coming up in the next 24 hours or so, because coming up at noon on Thursday, we have the UB Pirate Preview live from University Book Exchange. That show from 12 to 1 on Thursday. At 3:30, we'll kick off the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Well, Jeff Charles will be right here beside me inside the Pirate Radio studios in hour one of that program. And, of course, we're with you after the game Thursday night on the U.S. Cellular fifth quarter call-in show. We'll talk to Jeff Charles coming up at about 3:25. At 4 o'clock, we will talk to the head soccer coach of ECU women's soccer. The Hammer, Jason Hamilton, will join us. I'm having some flashbacks because I think we had this same conversation around a year ago where the Pirates are getting ready for some postseason soccer. They'll be in the first round of the AAC tournament coming up on Halloween on Sunday. So we will talk about that coming up with Jason Hamilton as he'll join us in the 4 o'clock hour. At 4:25, we'll talk to the PA announcer of the Carolina Hurricanes. The Canes are undefeated this season, off to a fantastic start to their 2021 campaign, and we'll talk all about it with Wade Minter, who is fired up to have some screaming fans inside PNC Arena. The Hurricanes off to that fantastic 5-0 start to their season. So we'll talk about what they've done well so far and what's coming up on the calendar for the Carolina Hurricanes. That's at 4:25. At 5 o'clock, Mike Mullis will join us to talk football, World Series, golf, and more, as we'll visit with Mully on the Fixed NC Live line. And at 5:30-ish, we'll hear from Blake Harrell. Boy, that defense made every Pirate fan proud on Saturday night. Kind of felt like old school, old defense at ECU once again. The way they're flying around, hitting the quarterback, causing turnovers, and hopefully that trend continues Thursday night when South Florida comes to town with a young, inexperienced quarterback that East Carolina can rattle, especially if you, the fans, are loud at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. And we'll start there with our rundown. And before we get to the line and everything, I want to point out a stat to consider, Shirley, several stats to consider from Tom McClellan from ECU Sports Information.
The stats to consider.
So the Pirates, it's a blackout. Chandler's already wearing his black, looking sharp.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll have mine tomorrow.
As will I. Probably, unless I'd go Braves. Well, Braves don't play till Friday, so we'll give the Braves a day off from the wardrobe and go black tomorrow. Tom McClellan has the stats for ECU's history in black helmets. This is pretty cool. Let's see. Pirates are 9-3 when they go all black.
Interesting.
Good stat.
good stat to consider.
The Pirates are 3-1 when they go, I don't know, Ravens-ish, like black lids, purple jerseys, black pants. 3-1. Very good number. Apparently, the Pirates have only gone black helmet, white tops, white pants one time.
That was against Marshall.
How do you know?
What?
How do you know that?
It was earlier this year, right?
Oh. Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were hearkening back to like some game from yesteryear.
No.
But you're saying earlier this year. Black, white, 1-0. And that was against Marshall.
How do you remember these things? Because I don't remember what we wear.
Let me see if I can find a picture from that game.
Uniform wise.
Good call, Chandler. Black, white against Marshall. All right. Way to go, Chan, man. Way to pay attention to the fashion trends. And the Pirates are 4-4 when they go black, white, black. Black tops, white blouses, black breeches. So there you go. 9-3 all black. I'm assuming we're going all black on
I'm assuming we're going with the uniforms that was in that hype video.
Which was black on black on black?
Yes.
All
with yellow numbers.
So we're going to watch
gold numbers, whatever.
I was trying to figure out why my wife would just send a random text message that says what, but she was responding to a text message I sent 2 hours ago. So now I get it. And that text message was, are you going to watch more Tiger King? Because it was announced today that Tiger King 2 is coming out on Netflix on November the 17th.
Oh, wow.
So more Tiger King in your life coming up on November the 17th. So for our Tiger King fans out there, maybe Troy D and I will dive into that on Friday when he joins me on the show. Pirates are a 10-point favorite. How do you feel about that, Chandler?
Nervous.
So, like...
Just because we're never favorites, and definitely not that much.
So I like the Pirates to win this game, and I like them to win by a couple of scores, but I don't like that line looking like that.
I mean, I was going to ask, when was the last time ECU was a double-digit favorite, but I guess Georgia Southern, or Charleston Southern.
Still no respect for them, huh?
Yeah. But I mean, look what they did.
Last double-digit favorite against we need a Phil Steele out of Ellerby's. Ellerby, are you listening?
He's on the phone.
Damn. All right. Well, maybe.
What do you need?
A Phil Steele.
For real. I can go get
Phil Steele book?
I can go grab it.
Go grab me a Phil Steele.
For real?
Hey, go grab me a Phil Steele.
For real?
Yeah.
For real Steele?
Grab it. Jeez. I want to see when the last time... I might not even be in that book because of the down years East Carolina's had the last time they were a double-digit favorite. I'm wondering if they were in the past couple of years against South Florida. How about when Scotty Moe beat down the Cincinnati Bearcats years ago when they were really bad? Maybe they were double-digit favorites in that one. But the Phil Steele will have the answers for us momentarily. All right, I will look that up. While I'm looking that up, Shirley, what'd you do last night?
Wait, what did I do?
We need to fill time. What'd you do last night?
What did I do last night? What did I do last night? I watched the Braves game.
More on that in a moment.
And that was about it. Well, I did some dishes.
Okay, all right, thanks for stalling.
Okay.
Last year, the Pirates were favored in one game at Temple when they were down to their 8th-string quarterback. And the Pirates blew out Temple that day. In 2019, the Pirates were favored in 0 games.
Were we not favored against Georgia State last year?
That was a pick'em.
Wow.
And I take that back. East Carolina was favored in 2019 over Gardner-Webb and William and Mary.
Way off on that one.
No FBS games.
But not double-digit favorite, correct?
Yeah. Well, Gardner-Webb 31, William and Mary 13. Double-digit favorites. I'm looking for conference games, or at least an FBS opponent.
Game. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
2018, Pirates were favored by 7 points against North Carolina A&T.
Yowza. Tell them to bring me my money.
2018, the Pirates were 17-point favorites over UConn. How quickly I forget about Connecticut being in our league. 2017, the Pirates were underdogs to UConn and won that game at Connecticut. The Pirates were not favored in a single game in 2017.
What was the spread for Mike Houston's James Madison Dukes when they came in here?
I'm glad you asked. The Pirates were 7-point underdogs and got their ass. The game I was referring to, the Cincinnati game, where Scotty Montgomery
beat up on Luke Fickell,
flexed his muscles against some dude named Luke Fickell. The Pirates were actually 3-point dogs in that game and won 48-20.
Wow.
And then in 2016, the Pirates were favored over UCF, won that game. Favored over UConn by 7, blew them out. Favored over SMU by 7, got blown out. So this is the first time and only time ECU's been favored by double digits in a conference game since that 18 UConn game. And that's dating back the last 5 seasons. So this doesn't happen a lot.
No, it does not. And for that reason, I'm nervous.
I am a little nervous. I'm looking at myself reading that. It looks like I'm like a really old man. I'm like, does the feel still? I mean, I could read it out here, but the font is very small in these books.
Yeah, it is.
But it looks like I'm reading it
very small.
right in my face. So there you go, folks. I still like the Pirates. I'll take them minus the 10.
Especially it being at home. There's a lot that the marketing department over at ECU is doing to get students out there. Hopefully the students show up. They're trying to break the student attendance record. And I have a good feeling that Pirate Nation is going to show up despite the back-to-back losses, the tough losses against Central Florida and Houston. But there's a lot of promise there, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I told you off the air the other night that with this defense, the Pirates can be in any game the rest of the way.
Absolutely.
Maybe not Cincinnati, maybe Cincinnati. But I'm really looking forward to see if the Pirate Nation can show up tomorrow night. So for that reason, I am not nervous anymore because I feel confident.
You just talked yourself into not being nervous.
I'm not nervous anymore.
Wow.
I'm not nervous
You
anymore.
sound like a kid.
That was the quickest turnaround there.
I'm not nervous anymore.
Like when you find out that monster in the closet or the monster under the bed is not real.
I just talked myself out of it.
I'm not scared anymore.
I'm not scared anymore.
Okay, the more you say it, the more I think you're terrified.
I'm not.
Okay.
Thursday night, blackout.
Yeah.
Dowdy Ficklin Stadium,
That's where it's
7:30.
That's what time it is.
South Florida thinks there's something because they beat Temple by 20. Not so fast, my friend. They're going to have a rude awakening tomorrow night.
All right, Chandler.
Take the points.
Chandler hath spoken. Todd says, hey, Clip, missed you in the parking lot today. Go Pirates. Now, I don't know what that means until I see his last name, Jarman. He is Todd from Deep Run. We've had several conversations out in the UB parking lot about Pirate football. So, Todd, next time you're in the UB parking lot, I hope to see you there, and we'll talk Pirate football for 2.5 minutes. That's a date.
It's a date.
Thanks for tuning in today. You can chime in on the Facebook feed or on Twitter or give us a call, 317-1250, if you would like to talk Pirate football or anything else with us on this program. All right. I feel like I'm in a dream. The Braves.
Don't wake up. Don't
wake me up. Don't pinch me. The Braves up 1-0 in the series. It gets started last night. For the first time ever, the first batter of a World Series game goes yard. Yard!
He goes yard!
Jorge Soler takes it deep over the left field wall. That was followed up by some more Braves runs, including an Adam Duvall home run. Charlie Morton was in a world of hurt, a world of danger a couple times in that game. Got out of it, but ended up getting injured, pitching on a broken fibula.
Okay, I was going to ask, when you say injured, what was the injury?
A broken fibula.
So you're telling me that he had a broken leg?
A broken freaking leg.
Freaking.
And struck out several batters, but got Altuve on the final pitch he threw.
How crazy.
Just a guts-up performance by Charlie Morton. And then they bring in that bullpen. A.J. Minter was awesome last night. Tyler Matzik was good as always. I mean, these guys just keep coming up huge out of the bullpen. I don't know how long it's going to last. The Astros like to score runs in bunches, especially at home. But once again, the Braves have the pitching matchup in their favor again tonight with Max Fried throwing. Now, he is a lefty, and the Astros have several dangerous righties in that lineup. So I think they're going to score tonight, but who's to say the Braves bats don't just stay hot? The Astros do not have their best pitcher, McCullers, in this World Series. So, look, I felt really confident against Milwaukee. I was not as confident against the Dodgers, but obviously as that series continued, you felt more and more confident. And for whatever reason, the Braves not only belong, the Braves might be the better team. Definitely pitching at this point. Offense, you could argue.
It's really really reminds me of the Nats run in 2019,
which was against the Astros.
Against the Astros
in the World Series.
We went through the Dodgers. Cardinals. I mean, and the more the series went on, the more the playoffs went on, the more your confidence went up with your team, as you just mentioned, because you didn't really have hope there at the start of playoffs. Maybe for the wild card, and it's like, oh well, we made the playoffs. Made the NLDS. Great. Next thing you know,
I had confidence. I mean, for me, it was like all season long, it was who's going to beat the big bad Dodgers. And you get past them, and it's like, all bets are off now.
Right. And I mean, the confidence level in your team goes up, but like, winning is a habit. I mean, it is. And like, when you get hot at the right time, which the Nats did in 2019, because they started their season off 19-31. They got hot at the right time, and they stayed hot when they needed to, which was in the playoffs. And I'm seeing that with the Braves right now. But 1-0 is not going to get it done. You got to continue on. And if you can go 2-0 in Houston, that's huge.
Huge. Games 3, 4, and 5 coming up Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Atlanta. And look, I got a chance to end it there with that win last night. So I'm fired up, ready to go game 2. We'll be watching it tonight during Sports Trivia at A.J. McMurphy's. We'll find a TV to put the Hornets on for you, Chandler.
Absolutely.
Speaking of...
Did you call Grandma?
No, I haven't talked to Grandma. I need to give her a call. Speaking of Charlotte area sports franchises, the Panthers are still playing football.
Got to carry on.
Where are you at in this season? Is the season over yet?
Not quite, but it's getting there. We lose to the Falcons on Sunday, I'm done. I'll watch every game, but if we lose to the Falcons on Sunday, I'm out.
Why do you think I'm done with the Dolphins?
When it comes to like emotional investment.
Surely the Dolphins are toast.
I know. We're toast. But my point was,
Washington.
We lost to the Falcons. I am now done with the Dolphins. So if the Panthers lose to the Falcons, I understand why you would be done with the Panthers.
If you lose to the Falcons, you're automatically done. That almost happened to Washington, but we are done anyway because we almost lost to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Is Sam Darnold starting Sunday?
Yes, he according to Matt Rule is the starter going forward. How many times have you heard that from a head coach?
QB1.
QB1, that's what we got him for.
All coaches do this, and maybe it's because I follow a lot of Panthers fans and I just see it more, but man, Matt Rule is like the cliche word salad king
Oh, dude, he is coach speak. If you look up coach speak in the dictionary,
the words
Matt
he
Rule
just puts together in that order, it's incredible.
I told Tony that on Sunday. I was watching the game with him, and I was telling him we were talking about Matt Rule and his press conferences and how much it's just, and it's not just him. It's coaches across the country and all levels of football. But man,
he's really good at it.
He is so good at selling something. And I think what he's trying to sell now is that Sam Darnold is the guy going forward, despite the hiccup, and when I say hiccup, that's taking it lightly, that he has had in the past 3 or 4 weeks for the Panthers. And right now it looks like it could be going forward because the offensive line, and this is where it starts, it's up front. Carolina's offensive line has got to be, if not the worst offensive line in all of football. It is so bad. He has no time to throw. I want to say a week ago against the Vikings, he was pressured 41 times. But that's no excuse for him making bad decisions that he's had in the past few weeks. Throwing into double coverage. I've seen a lot of film on him on Twitter with some fan accounts of him missing wide open receivers. But the receivers have shown that they're dropping balls. And I just don't know. It's like the Panthers, when Christian McCaffrey went out, just hit a brick wall. And they're still trying to recover from it. And they're going to try to recover from it on Sunday against the Falcons in Atlanta. So if we lose, you might as well just put a bow on the season.
I also saw this. You're not going to be here Friday because you don't work Fridays, right?
Give me another month.
Another month. Okay. All right. That seems like a long time. I want to talk about it with Tony on Friday. I mean, I can briefly talk about it with you. So they make that trade for, remind me, Gilmore,
yes.
Stephon Gilmore. And they have been very proactive, bringing in players. We talked about how awesome that was.
How aggressive Scott Federer has been.
And how much that's great for the fans. So I saw a tweet the other day that said, screw David Tepper for rushing along this process by bringing in, 2 quarterbacks in 2 years, making all these trades, and for what? For nothing. So, there's backlash now on the moves that they've started to make. Which is,
just a few weeks ago, we were talking about the Panthers are in it to win.
Yeah.
The Panthers get Stephon Gilmore. They're in it to win now.
And maybe that particular person that tweeted that was not happy at the decisions at the time. Maybe so. But if you're happy with them then and angry now, you're a giant hypocrite.
I'm still happy with the move.
So you're sticking with it, that they made the right decisions. I said going into it, the Darnold thing was kind of very low risk. If it doesn't work out, okay, well, you go find your next guy, right? You just move on from there.
Yeah, but we did that with Teddy last year.
Yeah, that one I didn't quite understand.
Yeah.
Why you signed him multiple years, I didn't really get. Because it was pretty clear he wasn't going to be the quarterback of the future. Darnold, you could have some hope, some holdout going into this year that
he's young.
Adam Gase, Jets, all that stink is off of him. He's young. He could still be the future guy. At this point, can we say that Sam Darnold is not the future for the Carolina Panthers? Yes. Wow, you're still on the fence here?
I'm on the fence.
That guy that led the NFL in rushing touchdowns through 3 weeks is still on your mind?
I just don't want to give up so quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we gave up quick with Teddy. And it took me till the end of the year to give up on Teddy. I don't want to give up.
Man, I'm almost to the point, though. If you don't have one of the elite quarterbacks, then you're not even in the conversation.
Yeah.
It sucks to think that way, but just look at it. Look at the NFL.
I know. It's run on quarterbacks.
The freaking Bengals are first place in the North with Joe Burrow. Look at all the team. Dak is one of the top QBs because of that offense and what they do. Josh Allen with the Bills. Tom Brady. Look, Matt Stafford is the guy I wanted in Washington. You put him together with everything they got in L.A., they're a contender. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, one of the best records. Kyler Murray, the Cardinals said Josh Rosen stinks. We're getting rid of him. We're getting rid of the coach. We're, burning it to the ground after 1 year, bringing in Kyler Murray. Now they're undefeated. Got to have that quarterback. Sam Darnold's not that quarterback. Taylor Heineke's not that quarterback. Tua Tagovailoa, unfortunately, is not that quarterback. Got to have that quarterback.
Yeah, you taught me into thinking that. Definitely my confidence in Sam Darnold has plummeted.
You are easily swayed. You talked yourself into not being nervous about ECU. I've talked you off the fence on Sam Darnold.
Well, if you know me, I'm easy to sell.
Well documented.
Oh, yeah.
And also a great salesman.
Thank you.
Easy to sell on both sides. Sell to you, you sell to them.
Thank you.
Deshaun Watson is one of those quarterbacks, but he's got a lot of stuff.
Ever since this resurgence of him possibly coming to Carolina, I don't want him from day one, and that's the honest truth.
Looks like you're not going to get him. ESPN staff writer David Newton, he knows what he's talking about, right?
Yeah, I guess. I guess so. If he still has his job, which I don't know how he does, he still has his job.
He keeps failing upward. The Panthers will not pursue Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. A league source confirmed to ESPN on Wednesday. So there was talks on Twitter yesterday that the Dolphins and Texans had a deal in place, but they wanted to make sure Watson would be able to play and have all the charges against him, finalize that in the rear view. So it sounds like they might have a deal ready, but they don't want to go through with it if they don't know if Watson can actually play on the field, or if he's going to have to sit out games, or what's going to happen. So the Panthers apparently not going to be in the mix for Watson's services, and you're okay with that?
I'm totally okay with it. I don't want somebody that's got 20 plus accusations after him. I mean, there's no matter how good he is, and Deshaun Watson is a great quarterback. He's proved that in his years in the National Football League. But with a guy that's got so much on his hands right now, we can't afford to have him. And like you said, he might not even see the field.
Yeah, I don't think Rivera would sign off on Washington getting Watson. And we got so much crap going on. We don't need any more. Our septic tank is already overflowing. We need it emptied. We don't need to add more to the tank. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, I follow a lot of Panther fan accounts on social media. And, in the past, week, they have started the Bring Cam Home campaign. I guess that could be the emergency valve that Panther fans are wanting. I think that's more an emotional thing.
Yeah.
I think that's more an emotional thing when it comes. Of course, let's bring him home. We're struggling. We want to see Cam back as a Panther. Ever since he walked out the doors of Bank of America Stadium, almost every Panther fan, maybe not all of them, wanted to see Cam Newton back in a Panthers uniform sometime in his career. And he's sitting at home, and they're realizing that there is a chance that he can come back in Carolina, and I don't see this happening.
Well, two things. I just think Cam is about done.
I know, and as much as I love Cam, it's over.
But that's thing one. Thing two is there is for all the greats we see every Sunday, there is a ton of bad quarterback play out there. That. Yeah, probably Cam Newton might be better than a few of them, but
like Joe Flacco.
So is he starting? Who's the guy the Jets are starting? Mike White? Is that his name?
They started him. Well,
he came in the game
the other day.
Yeah,
I saw where they made a move for Joe Flacco, who played for them last year.
Somebody pointed out in our Facebook Live, I think it was Charles. Oh, he had 2 words: Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew could get on the field with the Eagles. I hope he doesn't, because Jalen Hurts, I said this last week, not a good NFL quarterback, pretty great fantasy quarterback. So I hope he stays in because somehow his NFL numbers are awful, but he racks up points in fantasy. So I hope they don't take him out.
Chad says, did Chandler say if the Panthers lose to the Falcons, I am done, but I am still going to watch all the games?
Yes, he said that. So I don't know what that means, but yes, you.
I'm still going to watch the games, but I'm talking about more of like emotionally invested. I'm not going to sit there at tiebreakers and clutch my Panthers hat and yell at the TV when there's an interception. I'm just going to watch the game and enjoy football.
All right. We got to take a break. I am out on my team emotionally watching whatever. I watched a little bit of the game Sunday. I was there for about a quarter and a half at tiebreakers, and that was the only Washington-Green Bay I saw on Sunday because I, like Phil Collins, don't care anymore. Redbeard says, I love depressed Panthers fans. They are a very emotional group. Very high, very low. Losing makes you strong. Redbeard is enjoying those tears. Chad, Ryan Tannehill is not an elite quarterback, but he is, as I told Stephen Igo many, many moons ago, a good NFL quarterback. He's in a different tier from the elite quarterbacks.
What's going to push him to be an elite quarterback? Another AFC Championship appearance? A potential Super Bowl appearance?
No, you got to get to the Super Bowl and probably win it. You can't just jump into that tier. He's got to get there. I tell you what, the Titans. Talk about beating the Bills, and I know the Chiefs are down, but the way they blew them out, that's back-to-back very impressive wins.
And the tables have turned for them, too, because just a few weeks ago, they lost to the Jets at the Jets. And it looked like their season could potentially just go downhill. Yeah. But they, with victories over the Bills on Monday night and then the other day against the Chiefs and beating them the way they did, Titans are back in contention.
Let's take a time out. We will come back. When we return, we'll visit with the voice, Jeff Charles, talk Pirate football and more. We are back with you after these words.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 GMC Sierra 1500. Save up to $3,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
When your family gathers around a shakaroni from Papa John's, you're sharing more than extra cheese and pepperoni. You're sharing scholarships, meals, and laughter. Because $1 from every shakaroni goes to charity. That's pizza with a purpose.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Shakaroni Pizza is back, and only for $13. Plus $1 from every purchase goes to charity. The Shakaroni is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, this is Michael McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville. We offer a variety of services including arthroscopic surgery, sports medicine, carpal tunnel and general orthopedics, fracture care, total joint replacement, physical therapy, and on-site MRIs. For experienced professional medical care, visit our office on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville and online at orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East providing services to ECU and Pitt County athletics for over 35 years. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. If you've got damage from wood rot, smoke, fire, or water, consider it fixed. If you've got damage, use a contractor that works for you and not your insurance company. Visit fixednc.com today or call 999-0001. That's 3 9s, 3 zeros, and a 1. Fixed NC. Restore, renew, maintain. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jason Hamilton, the Hammer, the head women's soccer coach for ECU, going to join us at 4 o'clock. Right now, we will head out to the Fixed NC Live line and visit with the voice, Jeff Charles. He joins us on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, how you doing today?
Clip, I'm doing great. We're all fast forward this week, aren't we?
We are, and after being stuck in the mud for most of Saturday, waiting on a game to kick off, so a tale of two games here with quickly approaching South Florida, and Jeff, you had to wait some more for Saturday night, and I texted your broadcast partner Kevin Monroe on Saturday as you guys were chatting about just about anything you could think to talk about while you were killing time before that game could finally kick off late on Saturday night. But man, Jeff, there's we say like every time you see a baseball game, you see something new, and no matter how many experiences you have over the years, you can still find something new. This was not in the positive category of that, but Jeff, a 5-hour, 20-minute weather delay? I'm assuming you've never experienced anything quite like that before.
No, not that long, Clip. This was a new one for us. 5 hours and 20 minutes. You're exactly right. We had a 3-hour and 37-minute pregame show on the network this past weekend, and people will say, well, why didn't you just send it back to the radio stations or whatever for local programming? Well, the business has changed so much in local radio, Clip, as you well know, that many of the stations that we have on the network were on timers that, are set by computers and are set to, of course, just carry our games and are set for a certain period of time. So if you pull the plug on where you are at the stadium, then you're probably going to pull the plug or not be able to get the game back on the air on the radio station. So we've kind of gone to this policy over the last few years that when this happens, we just keep it right at the stadium and continue to fill, which we did. And Kevin, you mentioned Kevin, and Kevin wasn't feeling really well on Saturday. He had a bad throat, so we tried to save his voice for the game, and so he didn't participate as much in the pregame show as he might. So it was pretty much Marty Fuhrer, our sideline guy, and me, and David Horn was monitoring the weather situation and the radars. and then we would throw it back and forth to Jeff Hamlin, who does our score updates from the studio, and we were able to fill 3 hours and 37 minutes. Now, we did have some guests on. John Gilbert came on with us, and Brian Bailey came on with us for a few minutes as well. We had Joe Dooley on. We had Cliff Godwin on as well. So, we got a lot of good information out there, Cliff, and I've gotten a lot of feedback on that 3 hour and 37-minute pregame show, and people did seem to enjoy hearing something a little bit different. We talked an awful lot about conference expansion and how it has impacted East Carolina and the AAC. So I think we got some good information out there, and I think people enjoyed hearing that.
Yeah, no doubt, Jeff. You guys did a fantastic job, as always. So wanted to give you and everybody credit for that. And then kickoff time came, and just like the South Carolina game, the UCF game, pretty much every game this year, East Carolina belonged on the field with the opponent. And East Carolina had an opportunity to win the game. And it did not go the Pirates' way late, Jeff. We saw another fourth quarter comeback, but Pirates just couldn't get it done offensively in crunch time, in winning time down the stretch there. And unfortunately, we've seen that in a few games this year where East Carolina could easily have 4, 5, 6 wins right now if things went their way.
Well, you're right, Cliff. It's like we've seen this movie before, haven't we? And that's kind of been the tale of the season this year. This team has gotten so much better. They're very competitive. Games in past years against the quality of opponent that East Carolina is playing, as we know, were blowouts. They're not now. ECU is right there, but you just got to find a way to win the game. You got to find a way to kick the door in, and right now the Pirates haven't quite been able to do that. But I'm really encouraged, Cliff, with what I see week to week. And the defense last week was just terrific. 13 tackles behind the line of scrimmage and 5 quarterback sacks against a good Houston offense. I mean, the guys just played lights out. And I think we can see this defense continuing to grow and mature every week. And I was talking with Blake Harrell, the defensive coordinator, yesterday. I said, Blake, if you can keep all of these guys together and they all come back next year, I mean, this defense could be really salty next year because a lot of guys are playing and a lot of guys are getting experience and they're getting better and they're learning how to play in Blake's system. And they've got a belief now. I've been talking to some of the defensive players of late, Cliff, and the one has turned with them. That they really believe now when they go out on the field, they're going to shut down the opposition.
Yeah.
And that really wasn't the case, the last few years. But now they can't wait to get out there and hit somebody and shut them down. So that whole mindset, I think, has really changed with the defense. So now, as you mentioned, the offense has been inconsistent, and that's what's holding the team back right now to win some games. And hopefully they can find some consistency beginning tomorrow night against USF, but last week against Houston, they just were not able to run the ball. And then when you turn the ball over 3 times against a quality opponent, Cliff, most times you're not going to win the football game. So they've got to take better care of the ball. They've got to get the running game going, which will not be easy, again, against a defensive front at USF that's really good, like Houston's was last week. And then they've got to develop a little bit more consistency as well in the passing game.
And Jeff, you've got a team in South Florida. Sometimes the second half of the season will roll around, the weather starts to get a little cooler, the losses start to pile up, and maybe you don't do it intentionally, but you just kind of pack it in. Well, South Florida did not do that because they got their first FBS win of the year on Saturday in a big way at home over Temple. So they're still fighting. They're fighting for themselves. They're fighting for their coach, Jeff Scott, who's trying to turn things around there. And then we talked to someone from South Florida on the show on Tuesday, and he said it kind of sounded a lot like Mike Houston when he came into East Carolina. He said the cupboard was a lot more bare than people thought when Charlie Strong left, and it had to be a complete overhaul. So, we can kind of commiserate with what they've been going through, but they are going to come in hungry and off a high, Jeff, with their best win of the year on Saturday against Temple.
Well, no doubt about that, Clip. And the stat of the day is 45 minutes of possession time.
Wow.
The USF offense. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I'm sure it's been done, especially by a team like a Navy or an Air Force or an Army that they run the wishbone and they keep the ball for long drives. But I don't know with a conventional offense whether I've ever seen that before.
Well, Jeff, can I add on to that? Speaking of option style offense, here's one in the stats books for them too. They have 2 passing touchdowns all year to 16 rushing touchdowns. Are we sure they're not running the triple option down there in Tampa?
Well, when you look at those stats, you would think so. Yeah. I'll tell you another thing that kind of jumps off the page at you. Don't have my notes right in front of me right now, Clip, but I believe they only have 3.5 or maybe 4 sacks through 7 games. So they're not getting to the quarterback either and making sacks, which is a little bit strange in this day and age of college football as well. But I'll tell you what, in talking with the coaches, they're very impressed with the freshman quarterback at USF, Timmy McClain. He's a true freshman. They've thrown him in the fire. He's very athletic. He can run. He throws it well, too. He's a lefty like Holton Ahlers. They feel like they have found their quarterback of the future, a young man from Sanford, Florida, Jeff Blake's hometown, by the way. And so they feel good about that kid, and they were able to run the ball last week very well. They had 2 running backs that ran for over 100 yards in that game, and they are a run-first team, and they will try and pound you, and then surprise you and go over the top with some receivers who can get deep. So every week, as you well know, Cliff, it's a dogfight, and we say this every time East Carolina plays USF, even if they are not having a good year, is the fact that they always pass the eye test. They have good athletes. They look good when they come out there on the field. They look the part, and they've got Florida kids. And you know what that means? That means speed and athleticism and a lot of the talent positions, and that's what they will bring into Greenville tomorrow night. So that 2-5 record, you can throw that one out the window because you have to look at the caliber of competition they have played as well. If they'd have played a lesser schedule, they would have come in here with a winning record. But they played really killer schedule, and so that's why they've lost some games. But talent-wise, and now that Scott is in his second year, they're probably getting more comfortable in what he wants to do. So believe me, the Pirates will have to come out like they do in all of these conference games. They've got to come out and play their A game to win tomorrow night.
Jeff Charles joining us. We'll visit with The Voice coming up hour 1 of the Bud Light pregame tailgate on Thursday. He'll join us at 3:30 right when we kick off the show on Thursday. Looking forward to that as Jeff will have his big boards with him, and we'll break down some of the personnel for the South Florida Bulls and East Carolina Pirates. Jeff, SMU and Houston showdown coming up at TD-ECU Stadium this week, and it's about a pick-em. Houston's actually a 1-point home favorite against the undefeated SMU Mustangs. This looks like a winner goes to the championship to face Cincinnati game. Still a lot of football to be played, but the winner of this game will be in the driver's seat to potentially go face the Bearcats in an important championship game. What's your take on that one? I know the Pirates haven't seen SMU this year, but you've seen Houston up close and personal. That's a big game coming up this Saturday.
It really is, and I'll tell you what it is, Cliff. It's SMU's offense, which has been terrific this year, against Houston's defense, which has been really good this year. So it's kind of the classic matchup. Who's going to win, the offensive team or the defensive team? Usually in those kinds of games, the defense, if it plays well, like Houston has all year long, will have an advantage. But nobody's really stopped SMU offensively. I've not had a chance to really watch them closely. I've seen them, bits and pieces a few times on TV, but I really haven't watched them that much. Have watched Houston. I think they're good, but Clip, what's encouraging if you're an East Carolina fan is that yes, Houston's one of the better teams in this league, and the Pirates are right there with them now. Yeah. So that's what I think East Carolina fans have to hang their hat on. And even as good as Houston is, the Pirates have a chance to compete and win that game last week. So I don't know who to pick in that one because, again, I've not really seen SMU all that much, but I do know they can move the ball, and they've got a really good quarterback, and they can score points. So we'll see if Houston can stop them.
Jeff Charles joining us. Cincinnati Bearcats, number 2 in the nation. The Ohio State Buckeyes, Jeff, look like one of the hottest teams in college football, and everything's in front of them to go to a playoff. You've got The Browns with a winning record, 4-3, as they wait to get Baker Mayfield back healthy. And the Cincinnati Bengals are on top of the AFC North after a blowout win over the Ravens. So the state of Ohio is the football capital of the world right now, Voice. And I know you don't get a chance to watch a lot of NFL coming off a long Saturday, especially one like this past Saturday. When you opened the paper and saw the Bengals at the top of the division, did you have to do a double take on that one?
Yeah, I really have to, Clip, because they've been so bad for so long, as we all know, and there's a lot of apathy in Cincinnati regarding the Bengals. There always is, it seems like, because they've had so many bad seasons, and people have always been very critical of the ownership and management in Cincinnati for a long, long time, but it does seem like that they are better this year. So we'll see if it lasts. But yes, the state of Ohio is a real football rabid state. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure which MAC team is the best one this year in the state of Ohio. I know Toledo was expecting to have a great year. I mean, they were like a fringe top 25 team going into the season. Last time I looked, they had lost 3 games. But, there's always a MAC team or two in the state, because I think there are 6 MAC schools in the state of Ohio, and usually 1 or 2 of those schools will also be having a really good year. So it's a great state for football. They love their football up there, and I guess I started thinking more football in Ohio this time of year, Clip, when it's cool and you watch some of these games. We had a chance to look in and watch a lot of games in the press box on Saturday, and it's totally different up there this time of year than it is here, even though it's a little cooler here today. But up there, you turn the games on down, everybody's sitting there with stocking caps on and coats and gloves, and it looks like the middle of winter. And that's when I think of Big Ten football, and I think of Midwest football this time of year. And that's just typical for this Michigan State game that is coming up Saturday in East Lansing, number 8 versus number 6. And my goodness, where's Michigan State come from? They've just kind of come out of nowhere with Mel Tucker in there, undefeated. Michigan's undefeated, and you'll turn that game on Saturday if you want to watch the game, and it'll look like the middle of winter up there.
Yeah, Michigan State kind of trended bad towards the end of D'Antonio there, after really they were a factor and a really good team for years. But for whatever reason, Mel Tucker has been able to, to find it there in East Lansing, and a huge one coming up there for Sparty and the Michigan Wolverines, as those Big Ten teams will now start to eat each other. Ohio State still has to play both Michigan and Michigan State. Ohio State has Penn State this weekend, so all these top-notch Big Ten teams about to face off against one another. Going to be a fun last month and a half of college football to wrap up the regular season. Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, the Braves up 1-0 in the World Series after winning last night on the road. The Power Bats of Atlanta, with Jorge Soler hitting a leadoff home run. Adam Duvall hit a home run, and they got enough pitching from Charlie Morton, who had to leave the game early, and that Braves bullpen that has been awesome all postseason showed up again last night. So maybe the Astros do what they do, and that's score a lot of runs at home tonight. But, man, that was an important game 1 for Atlanta to get now get the home field advantage. And, look, they could potentially close it out in Atlanta now if things go their way. So Braves in a good spot right now.
Yeah, they are, because they're the underdogs, as you well know, Clip, going into this series, and to get that first win is really big. But there's just something about the Astros. They just know how to win, and they've been there, and they've done that. I'm not saying the Braves could not win the World Series. They could. But I still think Houston has to be the favorite, and you're right. They've got those big bats, and they play well at home, and one would expect them to bounce back tonight and play well and win tonight. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But, they'll feel pretty good if they can get a split after losing that first game.
Jeff Charles joining us. Jeff, we'll let you save up your voice because we got a lot going on. We got The Voice joining us tomorrow, but even before that, Jeff will be live at UBE for the UBE Pirate Preview. Got that coming up at noon tomorrow, Jeff. So a big Thursday night blackout ESPN game, and folks are fired up around here. This is an important game for East Carolina, and I think the fans are going to be excited, and we'll get it rolling at noon on Thursday.
Yeah, going to be a big day, a big Thursday, and of course, blackout, encouraging everybody to wear black, and I know the Pirates will be excited to get out there and play again. these guys are very resilient. They bounce back a lot quicker than old radio announcers. I can assure you that clip. And these guys, I saw them at the press conference on Monday. They look like they really hadn't even played a game 48 hours earlier. So they'll bounce back. They'll be ready to go. They're excited about the way they're playing now. It's a confident unit. And I think the Pirates will come out and play well on Thursday, and hopefully it'll be good enough to beat USF.
Jeff, thanks for joining us. We will hear from you coming up on noon on Thursday, and then talk to you on the Bud Light pregame tailgate on Thursday, and then, of course, you'll have a great call with the crew on Thursday evening. So rest up the voice.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it. Clip's going to be an entire day of Pirate football, and we enjoy our times with you and Pirate Radio and calling the games, and so we'll have a big day on Thursday for sure.
Looking forward to it. Jeff Charles joining us today, and we'll talk to him tomorrow on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. All right, let's take a time out. When we return, Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live, we will visit with the head women's soccer coach of East Carolina, coming off a big win over a ranked team. Shirley Rhodes was there on the PA, bringing them some good luck on over the weekend on Sunday. We'll talk to the Hammer, Jason Hamilton. He'll join us live in the Pirate Radio studios to talk about what has transpired this season and what could still transpire during this 2021 ECU women's soccer campaign. That's on the way. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
Anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall. Open every day, noon until 2 a.m., with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. It's hard to right a wrong, but at least you can try. I'll have some thoughts next.
There are lots of reasons to love the Carolinas. We have awesome beaches, beautiful mountains, great weather, friendly people. We have some of the best teams to root for and the best schools to be a part of. But the one reason above all others to love the Carolinas? Pepsi Cola. Somehow, it just tastes different here. Better. More refreshing. No one can really explain why. All we can guess is, it's better here because it was born here. Pepsi, born in the Carolinas.
I will never forget December the 4th, 2016. It was the day Ruffin McNeil was unjustly fired as the football coach at ECU. It was wrong on so many levels. I remember the first person I told was former ECU basketball coach, the late Eddie Payne. His team, USC Upstate, was walking into Minges Coliseum for a shoot-around in preparation for the game that night against ECU. He was shocked, as we all were. Now turn the clock up 5 years, and Ruff is going into the Hall of Fame, and deservedly so. He was an outstanding player for the Pirates and ranks 4th all-time in coaching victories with 42. Yes, Ruff should be in the Hall of Fame and will go in the first weekend in November. And by the way, he's the 3rd former ECU football coach who was fired and then put in the Hall of Fame. The others, Steve Logan, the all-time winningest coach here with 69 wins, and Ed Emery. Kind of makes you scratch your head, doesn't it? Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Hey Pirates, this is Holt Nailers. A big part of my success on the field is what I eat at home. To keep my body filled up, I order meals off a Clean Eats meal plan. I choose the meals I want from 6 different meals offered each week, and I pick them up on Sunday or Monday at the cafe on Red Banks Road. Each meal is packed with the perfect mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they'll have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or takeout, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, big hour number 2 on tap coming up in about 25 minutes or so. We will talk to the PA announcer for the Carolina Hurricanes at PNC Arena. He is Wade Minter, who has been calling a lot of Hurricanes goals this year. They are 5-0, so we'll talk about the Canes' hot start and what's coming up next for them. Mike Mully still set to join us at 5 o'clock. We'll hear from ECU defensive coordinator Blake Harrell in the 5 o'clock hour as well. Right now, we'll talk some ECU women's soccer with the head coach of the Pirate soccer program. Jason Hamilton joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. And Coach, welcome back. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And congratulations on a big win. I believe the first since you've been here against a ranked opponent. With the win over Memphis on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this conference gives you plenty of opportunities, especially this year. I think we've had 3 or 4 in the top 25. So just a great year for American athletics, soccer, and still more to go.
And, soccer, there's not as many goals as there are points in other sports, but still the amount of 1-goal games you guys have played is pretty remarkable. I think I see 2 in conference that were 2-score games. Outside of that, 2-goal games. Outside of that, it was all 1-goal games where either you came out on top, you came out on the bottom, or you tied. I mean, every game, it seems like, is a fight for you guys.
It really is. And last year, I think it was only 1 of the 8 was not a 1-goal difference. So it's a really tight conference. This year, the best that the conference has been in years. 7 teams in the top 75 right now. So everyone's battling, everyone's close, and that's made some interesting things play out here towards the end of the year.
So the postseason begins on Sunday, but your regular season is over, and that's just a scheduling quirk, you said, where everybody gets an off day in the week, and yours just happened to pop up on the last date of the regular season.
Yeah, this is our bye week, so we just sit back and see what happens, see how it plays out to figure out what the final seeding will end up like, and we're at least safe and in the conference tournament, and now just wait out our destiny.
So who are you playing on Sunday, Coach?
Wouldn't we like to know? So at least 21 different scenarios could play out in tomorrow's game.
That is nuts.
Yeah, we thought it was 18, and then we realized, we missed 3 more different scenarios that could happen. So we will be glued to, I think, 4 different TVs trying to figure it out. I know the team's getting together to watch that as well as watch ECU football, and as a coaching staff we'll be doing the same to try and not only see who we're going to play so we can be prepared for who we're going to play and have video ready and have training ready on Friday, but we still have to make travel arrangements to get there.
Crazy stuff. So the good news is the Pirates will be playing in the American soccer tournament on Sunday. The thing we don't know is who that'll be and where you guys will be traveling to, but you earned your spot. I was a little confused because I remember talking to you this time last year where only the top 4 teams went. This year it's back to 6.
Yeah.
So 6 teams will be in the tournament.
Yeah, now the COVID year, we kind of put things a little bit smaller at one location, and how it works with 6 teams is this first weekend, 3 and 4 seeds will host 5 and 6. 1 and 2 get a bye, and then the semis and finals are hosted by the top seed. So we're back to a normal year, but this is 3 out of 4 years since I've been here. We've been in the conference tournament, and it's come down to the final weekend every single time. So it is no surprise to us that we're not knowing exactly what to do until those final games are played. But usually we're playing in one of those games, so it's a little bit different just sitting back and having to watch.
So we'll know around 9-10 o'clock Thursday evening.
Yeah, so there's 2 Eastern time games, and then there's 2 Central time games. So about 10:30, 11 o'clock, we'll know. We'll have flights on hold to different locations and buses and hotels ready to go, and we'll pull the trigger right there Friday morning once we've got everything locked in.
And usually the Sunday games are early afternoon. Will that be the case, you think, for your tournament game?
Yeah, probably a 1 o'clock game on Sunday. It's sometimes we'll play at noon like we did with Memphis because they had some flights where they need to get out a little bit early. Looking at flights to come back, I don't think we'll be playing that game at noon. We might just have to stay an extra night because trying to book flights for 25 plus people 48 hours out is tough.
At home, you guys are always on ESPN Plus or ECUPirates.com. I see on the road, most of your road games are on ESPN Plus. I guess it matters if they have the capability, but do you plan on being on ESPN Plus on Sunday?
I would anticipate all the schools in conference have the capability of doing the ESPN platform. Some of them they would stream like we do with our on Facebook Live, but I think being in the conference tournament they'll put them on ESPN.
Well, Coach, let's kind of recap the season again. It's been razor thin, the margin of victory or defeat for you for the team this year. So just to recap the season as a whole, how do you feel about the 2021 season?
Yeah, I think kind of what we anticipate, a very talented group that we have, some young players who were very impactful. I think we had some growing pains. I think our youth showed in a few games. We had some games where we actually joked about it until Sunday's game, that when we played good, we lost. When we played bad, we won. But Sunday against Memphis, we played good and won, so we'll take that. But we had some games where we were the better team. Stat-wise, we were more dominant and just didn't come out with a victory. I think that SMU game in the second half, we outshot them something crazy, like 16-3, hit the post, hit the crossbar, and just couldn't buy a goal. We had a couple non-conference games the same way where we were, doubled or tripled our opponent in shots and ended up not losing the game. So those are growing pains. A late overtime loss in conference, a late overtime loss in non-conference. Those are things you learn from. And when you've got 5-6 freshmen on the field at once, that stuff's going to happen. So I think the team's grown quite a bit, but just a really talented young group that mix in the players that had the extra year and our 5th-year seniors, and it's really put together a quality squad for us.
And you've got some conference tournament experience, so it's one you kind of hear it in all sports where you go there and then you suffer a loss and then you get back there and you win. Is that kind of the thing here? Like, hey, we've been here before. Let's make a run here.
Yeah, I mean our seniors, this will be their 3rd time there, and they've been to the semifinals both times, so they know what it takes to get through and advance in that first round, which we did I think back in 2018. So they've been there and they understand it, but they want to take this program to the next step. And I think we've got more to play for than just winning this first round to get into the next round. We are a NCAA bubble team right now. We are on the bubble, and so if we can get to, depending on what path we have, and we'll find that out tomorrow, to get to the semis, we've got an opportunity to, build our resume a little bit more. I think 4 of the teams out of the 6 right now are in the top 50, and Memphis is at 55. So anybody we play this Sunday will bump us a little bit more, give us another top 50 result, and then now we're sitting in a different position than we are right now, and it could be very interesting.
And you talk about all the quality opponents you've played this year, and then the top 25 matchups. Where is the AAC among the other conferences in the nation as far as the strength?
Yeah, we're typically 5th. I think this year we could be as high as 3rd right now. Wow. The ACC is very dominant. They've got, I think, 3 or 4 teams in the top 5 in the RPI, and then the SEC is pretty high. The Pac-12 is having a down year, but they'll still end up with probably 4 or 5 teams in the NCAA tournament, and then the Big Ten and the Big 12. I think just with the quality that we have with our non-conference results that our teams have had, we're ahead of them right now. So we're having a really good year, probably very close with the Pac-12 for third or fourth right now.
Wow. And so who do you have people in the industry you talk to about, hey, where are we, with the other coaches?
Yeah. So I'm actually on the committee.
Okay, you got an insight.
Yeah, so I'm on the Southern Region Committee. So we select weekly the top 10 teams in the region for rankings for the RPI, and then at this point in the season, we're now ranking the top 45, because typically the top 45 are going to be the teams that we're choosing out of for the at-larges once all the automatic bids come in. So, yeah, I'm pretty involved in that. So I've got firsthand knowledge and get to look at it on a weekly basis and meet with coaches about that. And so, this will be the first this is the first week we're in that conversation. We've kind of floated around 65 to 80 throughout the season, but now we're pushing that number, and the results that we have against top 50 teams are kind of putting us in that conversation.
All right, I love a bubble. I mean, my dream is to see ECU men's basketball on a bubble, and seeing the women make the tournament all those years ago with Sharon Baldwin-Tenner was awesome as well. So a little November madness here, perhaps for the Pirates. That's great. So is it 64 field tournament?
Yeah, so 64, and so you typically have to be in the top 60.
Okay.
There'll be some teams in there in the 30s that just don't have the results. And so with right now we've got 3 top 50 wins, and again with some opportunities here in front of us. And so there's some teams that have a higher RPI, some Ivy League teams that they haven't beaten anybody outside their conference, so they're going to have some tough times getting in there. Some of the more true mid-majors that are in a conference where they've got to win it out to be in. So, a win on Sunday would put us in really good shape, and then anything after that's bonus, and see what happens.
When did you compete in the 2020/2021 tournament the previous season?
So last spring.
What month was?
Oh, so that would have been April.
This past April. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
so
it's a
you're
quick
looking,
turnaround.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. That you're looking at your second conference tournament in just a matter of a few months here. But you made the turnaround successful, and the Pirates will now find out their fate coming up on Thursday night, and we'll have that information for you. And also coming up Sunday, they'll be participating in the AAC Championship, the first round of that tournament. And Coach, who are you counting on as you try to make this tournament run here? Who are your players you'll be watching?
Well, I think Haley McWhirter's a freshman who's had a great run in conference. She kind of hit her stride at the right time. She was the American Rookie of the Week 3 weeks in a row. She had the game winner against Memphis. Maybe got snubbed of getting it 4 weeks in a row. People might have gotten sick of seeing her name, so they might have voted for someone else. But
can't give Bill Belichick the Coach of the Year every year.
So she's hit a hot streak, scoring some goals for us here in conference play. And then our senior group is really our back line. Kim Sanford, who's she will set the record for most games ever played alone. She's tied it on Sunday against Memphis. So this game coming up will set that record as the most games ever played by a soccer player here. So obviously she's got a lot of experience. So her and Addie Sauls and Morgan Dewey are 3 of our seniors, and they're going to be back there on the back line. So we've got it. This is where it's got to get a lot tighter. You got to be stronger defensively, give the other team no opportunities, make them earn everything. So we went into that last game, and if we didn't give up a goal against Memphis, we were going to be safe. They scored first, but the team fought back and responded well to get 2 goals in the second half.
Yeah, 2 late goals, and the Pirates are victorious over the 23rd ranked Memphis Tigers. Talking to Jason Hamilton here in the Pirate Radio studios. You said you've got so many scenarios that can play out. Is anything set? Are the top 2 set right now, or is
nothing?
Everything's up for grabs.
1 through 6 is up for grabs right now. So yeah, it's been so close, and kind of teams beating up on each other, and a lot more ties this year than usual. And so it is wide open. We know the 6 teams going, and we just need to figure out who's going to be seated where.
How have you done against those 6 so far this season?
So we beat Memphis, we beat Houston, we lost.
And SMU is ranked, or was at the time?
Well, SMU's now I think 14 or 15 in the country. We lost to them, but again, we had a really good performance. That the score 2-0 doesn't really reflect what the game looked like. We lost to South Florida in overtime at South Florida.
That was the conference opener.
Yeah,
right?
First one, and that was a tough one because we had the lead twice. And then UCF, we had just played before Memphis, and same thing. We lost 2-0, but hit the post a couple times, hit the crossbar. We're all over them in the second half, outshot them in that game. And so, we know no one wants to play us.
Yeah.
We bring a unique style, and we can match. Memphis is a little more physical and more direct, and we can play with that. The South Florida and Central Florida and SMU want to pass and really keep possession of the ball, and we can disrupt that. And then Houston has a very athletic front group that we were able to keep in bay every time we play them. So.
And you can play with everybody. You've proven that. But after you beat a ranked team like Memphis, I mean, did you notice any difference from the team? Like, did a light bulb go off? Like, hey, we certainly belong here. We can do this.
Yeah, I think, and not even them being ranked. Just it's Memphis. Memphis has been a top team in this conference for from the day this conference was brought together, and so they are they're always a top 20 team. They're always in the NCAA tournament. We've always played them tough. It's been a 1-goal game all 4 times we've played them since I've been here, but that's the first time that we've beaten them. And so I think just looking at a team that's a perennial powerhouse like they are, for our group to look at themselves and say, hey, we just did that, and that's not something a lot of teams in our conference can say.
Jason Hamilton joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. East Carolina heading off to the AAC tournament. We just don't know where or who as of yet, but we'll find out on Thursday night when the final regular season games are played. Coach, great stuff today. Anything else we need to know?
No, just be watching and cheering us on, and hopefully we can make a little run here and extend the season even longer.
Man, that'd be awesome. Pirates in the postseason coming up starting this Sunday, and hopefully a long run ahead. Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll talk again soon back inside the Pirate Radio studios.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. There is Jason Hamilton joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll take a time out. Come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. West Park also offers financing, service, and is your local ARE camper shell dealer east of I-95. Outfit your truck with the best technology around with ARE camper shell at West Park Motor Company. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington, and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
I'm on site at the Gavigan Agency with commercial insurance specialist Nathan Brannon. Nathan, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do at the Gavigan Agency.
Great to talk with you, Brian. I'm a graduate of East Carolina University and a proud Pirate. As you mentioned, I'm a commercial insurance agent for the Gavigan Agency and specialize in offering general liability, commercial property, business auto, and workers' compensation insurance to independent contractors, small business owners, and larger commercial customers throughout Eastern North Carolina.
Wow, sounds like the Gavigan Agency can provide just about any coverage a business owner may need.
That's right, Brian. The Gavigan Agency is a fully independent insurance agency with access to the top insurance carriers in the region, and we offer a full host of insurance products to provide for our customers' personal and business insurance needs.
So give the Gavigan Agency a call today and let them show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Pirates, insuring pirates. Arrgh.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. You work hard for your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we believe that your money should work hard for you. And do you know if it is? To learn more about your investment portfolio, go to mycarolinawealth.com to schedule a free consultation. That's mycarolinawealth.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
All right, great to have Jason Hamilton join us a moment ago. And just the thought of an East Carolina team being in an NCAA tournament fires me up. And not only do they have a chance to run through the American in the conference tournament, but the win over Memphis, according to Coach Hamilton, puts them on a bubble watch, Shirley Rhodes.
Bubble watch 2021.
Which we don't get to do a lot for men's or women's hoops. So
no, and I'm thrilled for them. And I will tell you, just by watching the game on Sunday, it was a thrilling matchup. It went back and forth because Memphis scored early in that game, and it was 1-0 for the longest time. I believe that they scored East Carolina scored both their goals in the second half of the game. And he talked about Haley McWhirter, and I have been very impressed by her. And they've got some really good players, including the goalie, who is a D.H. Conley product.
Only the best and brightest.
Maeve English. Also remember that name, because Maeve English is a really good goalie, and because Memphis had quite a few opportunities on goal, and Maeve made a lot of saves, so it kept them in the game. They were able to battle back.
More like Save English, am I right?
Yeah, Save English. Yeah, exactly. Well done, sir.
Thanks.
But it was a lot of fun to watch, and it was a little bit of a nail biter. They finally tied it, and then they scored that last goal. I think it was around less than 5 minutes left in the game, and then they were able to hold off Memphis. So, huge win for Jason Hamilton's team, and I'm pretty excited about what we could see on the pitch for East Carolina.
Well, it was a good weekend for soccer and for volleyball. Volleyball picking up a win, 3-2 over Houston, moving them to 4-6 in conference play. So they still got a ton of games left. Mm-hmm. So maybe that sends them trending in the right direction. They'll be on the road this weekend, Friday and Sunday at Memphis SMU, and then back in Minges coming up the following Friday and Sunday against the Florida schools, South Florida and UCF. So women's soccer headed to the AAC tournament on Sunday. We'll find out the opponent Thursday evening. And volleyball still kind of in the middle of their conference slate, Shirley. A lot of games left to go.
Yeah, and I was quite pleased to find out that volleyball had won, because when I first checked in, they had fallen behind a couple of games. in the first or second set. I can't remember, but they had to rally to beat Houston, so pretty happy that they were able to battle back. And they've really been in a lot of the games that they have had to play so far this season, and they're doing quite well, actually. I mean, their record doesn't exactly show it, but I think that they are a much better team than they have been.
We are under 2 weeks away from the start of women's basketball. We'll get Kim McNeil on soon and talk some women's hoops. And, of course, we'll talk men's basketball every Tuesday. 3 o'clock, had a great conversation with Antoine Jackson on the show yesterday as he went through the returners, talked about how they've improved, and also gave us some insight on the newcomers. And Chandler, he kind of gave us a bit of a tidbit. Watch out for Brandon Johnson and Javon Small. He said those were the two freshmen that were really coming along and could make an immediate impact for this team.
Talked about how physical these guys are. Physical. Diving on the floor for loose balls.
Yeah.
He's mentioned a lot of stats that don't show up in the stat sheet.
Well, Bailey, if that's the case, it probably wouldn't be a stat.
The stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
He's talking about things you look at them,
but they're not stats.
But they're not stats,
right?
The intangibles.
But no,
thank you.
But after his segment, I was like, "Well, Coach, thanks for shining some light on some guys that we really don't focus on. We've been focusing on these new guys like Frank and Tabbs and Jackson." And the guys obviously who have been in this program that are going to bring a lot of leadership and veteran type presence for this basketball program this year. But he was able to talk about some guys, like you said. Brandon Johnson was a guy that he really liked, and he named some other freshmen on this team that could maybe get some time and put some and help the Pirates out this year.
All right, I'm getting just several texts throughout the week of people admitting that they are Gary from Gastonia or Larry in Texas. I'm still continuing to get those.
Really?
I was driving down the road yesterday. I told you, Shirley.
Oh yeah. You
had
told me
my
about
window
this.
down at the stoplight. Guy yells, "Hey, Clip, stop yelling at people on the radio."
That's when you know you've made it in this town.
Well, I look over and it's our old friend, retired Joe, formerly UPS Joe.
Yeah.
Who's been a listener for a long time and a caller. And he had a good laugh.
I do believe he's the one with the famous line, "Are you listening, Cecil?"
That was Kyle.
Nah, that was Kyle LaGrange.
Oh, was it Kyle? I thought it was Joe that did that.
That was not Joe.
Oh, okay,
I
never
remember
mind.
that call like it was yesterday.
Joe had a great call that was a return on Live at 5 for years that said, "We're not the North Carolina Tar Heels."
Oh, yeah, that's
and
the
we're
one.
Not
Yep.
the NC State Wolfpack. We're the East Carolina Pirates, and we're damn proud of it.
That's the right one.
Great
Yep.
line
Okay. Yep.
from Joe from over the years. We have so many, like...
He still calls in every now and then, just not during the show. He usually calls in during the day.
Yeah, he does.
And I'll answer the phone, and he'll be like, "Shirley, this is Joe." I'm like, "Hey, Joe."
Yeah, she'll hang up the phone. That was UPS Joe.
Yeah. Well, no, because when he says this is Joe, if he doesn't tell me it's UPS Joe, I mean, it could be any Joe Schmo off the street.
Well,
so,
we have Joe from Philly as well.
Yeah. We've got several.
Al in Philly. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Al in Philly.
There's another
we have several Joes. Yeah, I mean, Joe's a very common name.
There was a Joe that you yelled out about the Marshall. Remember was that a Joe?
Oh, the 7 damn gaps guy?
7 damn gaps!
7 damn gaps! That was Joe.
Okay, that was Joe.
Oh my God, we got two. Our family tree has a lot of branches on it.
Well, you stick around long enough, the tree branches out. So,
all right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We will talk some puck with Wade Minter, the PA announcer at PNC Arena for the Carolina Hurricanes. How about a 5-0 start for the Canes? We'll talk about that and what's coming up for Carolina when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
Hey, this is John Grillo, the Bagel Man. You know I love bagels. I don't settle for frozen bagels. That's why we make our bagels right here in Greenville from scratch every day. If you're coming into Bagel Man, you'll notice that there's some renovation going on. Our menu is bigger and better than ever. Our sandwiches, heroes, subs, salads, wraps, bagel dogs, fresh baked pastries, and our new coffee bar. Soon we're going to be opening for dinner. Don't forget Bagel Man for all your catering needs on Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Hey y'all, it's October, which means it's time to get ready for Halloween. This is Lisa with Halloween Express, Greenville's locally owned Halloween superstore for 23 years. The Halloween fun is back, and we have everything you need to make it one to remember. From kids to adults, we've got you covered. We have the largest selection of masks in Greenville, plus every other costume you can think of. Come visit our new location in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville on Greenville Boulevard, open 7 days a week. Halloween Express, what are you going to be?
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink this fall. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Coach Gary Overton, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency, from maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk. Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, the lineup is set for the Atlanta Braves for Game 2. Righty on the mound for Houston, so Eddie Rosario goes back to leadoff, followed by Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies. That'll be three lefties at the top of the lineup for Atlanta, with Albies being a switch hitter. Austin Riley, followed by the DH Jorge Soler, Jocktober, Adam Duvall, Travis d'Arnaud, and Dansby Swanson rounding out the lineup for the Braves. Max Fried, the lefty, on the mound for Atlanta. And look, the Astros hammer a lot of teams. They can certainly hammer lefties. So Max did not pitch great in his last outing, but he's been fantastic. So looking forward to Game 2 coming up tonight just after 8 o'clock. No Hurricanes hockey tonight, but man, they have been awesome to start their season, and we'll talk about it now with the PA announcer right there at PNC Arena, calling all the goals, penalties, and more. He is Wade Minner, joining us for the first time this season on Pirate Radio Live. We've talked to him several times in the past. Wade, good to catch up with you, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Clip. Thanks for having me back on.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, and had to get you back on to talk about these 5-0 Carolina Hurricanes, 22 goals for, 8 goals against. What a start to the season for Carolina, and there were high expectations for this team, Wade, coming into the year, but how about this start? Any surprise that they've gotten off to this good of a start to the season?
It's a great start, and, I think last time we talked, I was expressing a little bit of worry that they had turned over a lot of the team, brand new goaltenders, bottom half of the defense has been turned over, about a third of the forwards, and I was worried. I was worried that was a lot of change for a contending team, that it was going to take a while for the guys to gel and get into the system, but apparently those worries were unfounded because they are tearing it up right now.
And Wade, looking at it, the Canes have played 5 games. Now, some teams have played 6 and 7 games, but Carolina Hurricanes goals against, sitting at 8 right now, is the lowest in all of the NHL. So how has that goaltending's obviously been great so far for Carolina?
Absolutely. Freddie Anderson has been as advertised. He's a big guy. Pretty cool to see a guy that the Canes drafted back in the early to mid-2000s who didn't sign with the team come back now all those years later and play really well. He had a tough year in Toronto last year, but he wasn't playing in front of the type of defense that the Canes have put in front of him. And he's just been really calm and cool and collected. And, after several years of Peter Mrazek, who was a very good goalie, but certainly a lot more scrambly, it's been fun to see a guy just sit there and make the routine saves and not get too high, not get too low.
And if you're going to be a great team, you need your elite players to be great, and that's been the case so far with, I guess, is this the way it's supposed to be, Wade, with Svechnikov and Aho leading the way in points for Carolina thus far?
Absolutely. Svech got the big contract this offseason, and I think the expectation would be that he would produce, and he's certainly taken up that challenge and answered the bell. 5 goals, I believe, on the season for Svech in 5 games, so you can't really ask for more than that. And with Sebastian Aho, elite player, but the knock on him has always been that he takes a little while to get going. He doesn't really start to get into his groove until November or so. So being able to see Sebastian Aho kind of take it and run with it in October, start the season off strong, that takes all the pressure off the rest of the lineup. And this is probably the deepest Canes team we've had since the 06 Cup run. You've got 4 legitimate NHL lines. You've got a third line that can hang with the best of anybody. And there's really good players who are waiting for their chance to play. So you got Brendan Smith, who's got 300, 400 games in the AHL. He's a healthy scratch on defense. You got Seth Jarvis, who was lighting it up in the preseason. He's a healthy scratch. So being able to see that depth bodes well for when the inevitable injuries happen and they need to shake up the lineup. You got NHL-ready players ready to go.
Wade Minner, PA announcer at PNC Arena for the Carolina Hurricanes, joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Wade, and you've done this for a while now, do the crowds tend to get bigger as the season rolls along, maybe even as the calendar flips and we get closer and closer to postseason? Or, is there any trend at all there? How have the crowds been so far this year, and what's the normal crowd trend like for a Hurricane season?
Yeah, the opening night was a sellout, and we had a good 15,000 there for Monday night against Toronto. Generally, what you see is the and people know that they're going to come out to PNC Arena, see some good hockey, hopefully see a Canes win. You get more and more people coming out. I think we'll see that trend, especially as COVID cases start dropping and people are more comfortable being out in large crowds. But the crowds the last two nights have been great. Toronto's coach, Sheldon Keefe, made mention of the fact that his team had not come to a place like Carolina and had to deal with that level of noise and that type of crowd, which I think, for a 15,000-person crowd to be able to impress Toronto like that, I think you're doing something right.
Yeah, saw that quote. That says a lot, and had to make the Caniacs feel good, and the Canes themselves, the teams themselves. Wade, you mentioned the Top Guns and Svechnikov and Aho. Have there been any, and you mentioned the goaltending as well, any pleasant surprises, any newcomers or even returners stood out to you so far this season?
Ethan Bear on defense has been outstanding. He hasn't really gotten goals, but that's not his job. He's there playing with Jacob Slavin. They've complemented each other really well. He's been a really good addition. They had to get rid of Warren Fogle to get him, and you got to give up talent to get talent, but I think we came out ahead on that trade because Ethan Bears just slid right in and made an already strong defense even stronger. Another really pleasant surprise is Jesper Foss playing on that third line with Jordan Stahl, really more of a kind of shutdown checking line, but he's got 2 or 3 goals on the season. He's a couple away from his entire season total from last year. If you can get a scoring threat like that going on the third line, then teams have to respect. That's going to make every other line's job easier. So it's great to see him have such a fast start to the season.
Wade, the division's back the way they were before pre-COVID, and I mean it's good to get away from the Panthers and Lightning. Also, just good to not play the same team over and over and over again. So, are you enjoying seeing some different teams on the Hurricane schedule this year?
Absolutely, it was an interesting experiment to play the same 17 the entirety of the season, but I was kind of done with that. And the Metro Division, once again, is showing that it's the strongest division in the league. I believe as of a couple days ago, every team in the Metro was 500 or better. So it's the Garrison Keillor Lake Wobegon division where all teams are above average. And the Canes are going to have to fight for it. So, if they can get through this Metro Division with one of the top spots, I think they'll be well set up for a deep playoff run because they'll have already been playing really good teams the entirety of the season.
And Wade, that stat is true today. How about that? Every team in this division is over 500 right now. So you look at the top with the Canes, you got the Caps, Rangers. Who are the teams to watch, you think, at the end of this thing in the Metro?
The Islanders are looking real good. They're not quite tearing it up the way I think they thought they would at the start of the season, but Barry Trotz has got that team playing his system really well. You always have to respect the Washington Capitals. Alex Ovechkin's continuing to score goals at 700 years old or whatever he is, and they've got a lot of talent as well. So I think you'll probably see a 3-team race for the top between the Caps, Isles, and the Canes, and whoever comes out of that with a high seed is going to have a really good shot at making a deep playoff run.
On the western side of things, Wade, we saw the success that the Vegas Golden Knights were able to have right out of the gate. Is that and the Kraken right now have 2 wins to their 4 losses, 1 overtime loss? Are the Kraken in a similar spot where maybe they could make some noise early on, or are they going to take a while to put things together there?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see another Vegas out of them. Vegas did a really good job of both claiming good players in the expansion draft as well as getting teams to make side deals with them to give them even more good players. I think you saw from the lack of side deals during the Kraken's expansion draft, GMs have kind of gotten wise to that. They know they're going to lose a good player, but they don't want to trade away 2 or 3 good players to a team that's just going to stockpile them. I think you're going to see the Seattle Kraken look more like a typical expansion team. If they get to 500, I think that'll be a surprise for me. And, Ron Francis has his work cut out for him because he didn't manage to finagle a bunch of good players on the cheap from teams. They got wise to that idea, so now Seattle's going to have to build the old-fashioned way through the draft and probably take a few years to get up to where Vegas was that first year.
Wade Minter joining us. You can hear his voice if you're at the game on Thursday night as the Carolina Hurricanes will try to remain perfect when they take on the Bruins. Wade, what do we need to know about Boston coming to town on Thursday night?
Boston's still a tough team. They got a lot of talent. of the 3 games coming up this weekend, that's going to be the tough one. You've got a struggling Chicago Blackhawks team. You've got a very struggling Arizona Coyotes team. Both of those should be games where the Canes are looking to win. This Boston game is going to be a little bit more of a toss-up. It should be a battle. They've still got, Pasta. They've still got Brad Marchand. That's a team loaded with talent, and I think they have a chance of making a run in the Atlantic Division.
Wade, good stuff. You're not a one-trick pony. You're not just a PA announcer. You also play some hockey yourself and do a little comedy. So I always ask you, Wade, what's going on the comedy front as we talk to you today?
Comedy Works is back in person in Raleigh on Hillsborough Street, and we're doing shows every Friday and Saturday night. I've got a couple shows coming up in November on Friday nights, and if anyone's in town and wants to have a laugh on me, come swing by.
Awesome. Wade, always enjoyed the chat with you, man. Get those pipes ready for Thursday night. Hopefully a lot of goals in PNC Arena, and we'll talk to you again down the road, man.
Thanks, Lips. Should be a fun season.
Yes, sir. There is Wade Minter joining us on the Fixed NC Live line, and he knows his stuff. I'm a Canes fan. I'm a Caniac, but a fringe hockey fan where I don't know the ins and outs like a lot of folks do. But I follow it, and I'd love to follow a winner. So I'm all over this Canes team right now. Off to a 5-0 start. Got the Bruins coming to PNC Arena on Thursday night. Let's take a time out. Come back. We'll wrap up hour number 2 on Pirate Radio Live here on a Wednesday. Back with you after this.
Tommy's Express Car Wash is the car wash Greenville is talking about. At the corner of Red Banks Road and Greenville Boulevard, this state-of-the-art wash will keep your car looking great. And now Tommy's has just launched its new 2.0 Tommy's Express app. And anyone who downloads the app now will receive 30 free days of washing with their top-of-the-line wash, the Works Wash. Download the Tommy's Express app now by going to your app store or visit them on location, open 7 days a week at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
The UPS store in Winterville is now open on Fire Tower Road, across from Marabella Pizza and beside Subway. Trust the UPS store in Winterville with pack and ship guarantee and same-day printing. When it comes to shipping, the UPS store in Winterville has everything you need in one place. The boxes, the packing material, and all the assistance along with on-site notary, passport photos, and business and printing service and freight. The UPS store, now open in Winterville 7 days a week. The UPS store in Winterville is your premier location. Go Pirates! Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Flea Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Flea Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Flea Feet has the tools and technology to get you on the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us on Greenville Boulevard in the public shopping center right near the stadium. Be sure to run with us on Facebook and Instagram. Flea Feet, we run for you. Go Pirates!
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of '94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in vehicle wraps, paint protection film, and more. They can even do building signs for your business. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best place in Greenville to unwind after work and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's has daily food and drink specials and an awesome patio. Perfect for some outdoor dining. There's something for everyone every weeknight, including sports trivia with our very own Clip Brock on Wednesday nights. AJ's has live music every Friday and Saturday with no cover, and brunch every Sunday. Make today an AJ's Day. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you on the program. We talked to Jeff Charles, Hour 1. Jeff has some phrases he says a lot that I like, and one of those, when we're talking about a guy, he says, well, Clip, he's a lifer. Brian Snitker is a Braves lifer.
Okay.
He has been with the Braves organization for 45 years.
Good Lord.
19 as a minor league manager, 11 as an MLB coach, 6 as a Major League Baseball manager for the Braves, 5 as a minor league coach, 4 as a minor league player. And I believe, isn't the story that he was basically hired? He was hired, I believe, by Hank Aaron, I think, was the story there. So 45 years with Atlanta. And again, another cool, neat story about the Snitker family. They showed his wife last night in the stands there at Minute Maid because Snitker's son, Trey, is coaching with the Astros. So it is a Snitker family reunion there in Atlanta for the World Series. Game 2 coming up tonight. We'll be watching it out at AJ McMurphy's. We'll have a TV somewhere in there for Chandler and myself so we can watch the Hornets take on the Magic. Hornets lost their first game of the season earlier this week, Chandler, so the undefeated dream season is dead.
Yeah.
But still a lot to play for as they take on the Magic tonight.
Absolutely. A hard-fought go ahead, Cliff. I'm sorry.
I would say the 81-1 still alive.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and the Hornets, with a hard-fought loss the other night against the Celtics, they went into overtime, and they didn't have P.J. Washington. They didn't have Terry Rozier, and I'll have to look it up and see what their status is for tonight against Orlando.
Kind of weird seeing them such big favorites on the road. They are 5-point favorites.
5-point favorites.
And the 5 was minus 115, and the if you bet on the Magic, it was like minus 105, basically saying that the line is about to move up to 5.5, 6, perhaps. So, but that's where they are one of the most fun teams in the NBA. Yeah. I don't know if they're one of the best. I don't think they are, but certainly one of the most fun.
Definitely one of the most fun, especially with your star LaMelo Ball, and you got a high flyer in Miles Bridges, who is not afraid to throw it down. Unfortunately, Jaylen Brown for the Celtics gave Miles Bridges a little taste of his own medicine on Monday night, but Hornets looking to bounce back against the Magic in Orlando tonight. I don't like that the Hornets went they started their season at home, then they went on the road to Cleveland, then to Brooklyn. They won those games and then came back and played the Celtics, and now they're back on the road in Orlando tonight. And I don't know, I don't know if I'm going to take the Hornets tonight.
Yes, you are. We have to. We do it every game. I've already done it. You got to join me.
Okay.
Remember last time we were having these feelings? They won on opening night.
Yes.
Against the Pacers.
I mean, it was opening night. I said, Clip Rock, we got to ride with the Hornets. It's a no-brainer.
And then they got down by 24. And I was like, Chandler, this is why you don't ride with the Hornets. Then they came back and won.
A 28-2 run for the Hornets, and then we were like, we're in it to win it. We're back, baby. The Hornets are back. The Bugs are back, and the Hive is rocking.
Fun start of the season. Great start of the season for both the Hornets and the Hurricanes this year.
Yeah, and then I also... great atmosphere at the Hive Monday night. There was a lot of Celtics fans. Celtics fans are known to travel well, and I feel like there's a lot of Celtics fans in the state of North Carolina.
Which, by the way, I was just thinking about that. I should have said something to Wade about it, but isn't, for the Canes fans listening that go to a lot of games, isn't Boston one of those where you see a whole lot of Bruins fans at PNC? I feel like that's one of those games where there's going to be a ton of opposing fans, just like we saw Celtics fans the other night at Spectrum Center.
Yeah, and they were loud, but I feel like, of course, the home crowd was a lot louder. But it was great to see the Hive rocking again on Monday night. I hate that the Hornets couldn't pull it out. I kind of had a bad feeling when we went into overtime that we weren't going to be able to keep up with them. We did take a early overtime lead, but then they kind of went on a run there, and they ended up getting the win, I believe, a double-digit win. But Hornets fought hard.
Nets Heat tonight. That'll be a pretty good one as that game in Brooklyn. Let's see. Anything else?
Lakers taking on the OKC Thunder. They are probably one of the worst teams in the NBA. The Thunder are a very young, inexperienced team. They do have SGA, Gilgeous, or I can't say his last name, Gilgeous Alexander. That's a promising young star. The Lakers are a 4.5 favorite in that game, and I'm like,
lock of the night.
And I'm like, what's going on? LeBron is out. He didn't play last night against the Spurs. They did get a win against San Antonio last night, and then Anthony Davis injured his knee last night. It looked like it could have been a lot more serious. The way he kind of sat on the ground for a long time holding his knee, he was able to get back up and continue playing for the Lakers. He is a game-time decision tonight for the Lakers, so I think that's why.
And
the line
so they're
is
coming
down.
off a back-to-back.
They're coming off a back-to-back.
Yeah.
But so is OKC. They played last night. They played Steph and the Warriors. So I don't know. I've got Lakers minus 4.5. I think they can take care of OKC tonight. They still have, a lot of people forget, they have Russell Westbrook, who's kind of started off slow for them this year. They also have Melo, who has been lighting it up from downtown and making some plays. The aged veteran for the Lakers. So I think that's a interesting one to see if the Lakers, because the Lakers have been very bad. They've had chemistry issues already. I don't know if anybody
Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard
AD
going at
and
it.
Dwight Howard going at it on the bench. And they squeaked by. I can't remember who they squeaked by earlier this week. It was a team that they should have blown out.
Yeah. And they won.
Oh, it was Memphis? Was it Memphis?
Maybe. I know what you're talking about.
But then,
I tell you who has not got off to a good start this year, and that's my guy Dame and the Blazers. They're 1-2. Lillard only averaging 17 points a game. Is tonight the night? Is it Dame time tonight, the night he finally goes off? They play the Grizzlies in the Moda Center. So I might take you've been asking me, have I been going with Dame props? I think tonight might be the night.
I don't know if they might have come out already, but I looked earlier. They had not come out yet, so it's got to be Dame time sometime, and tonight could be the night.
I think it could be that time.
Get out your watch. It's Dame time.
Let's take a time out. Hour 3 on tap. Our Bud Light ECU report is on the way. We'll hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick, also Pirate defensive coordinator Blake Harrell, and Mike Mully said to join us in Hour 3 as well. We'll make you a winner. Coming up, our final hour of today's show. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you on a Wednesday after this.
The
Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
When fun finally returns, Bud Light legends don't just come back. They come roaring back, carrying a cooler full of Bud Lights, an inflatable dolphin, and those Velcro pads with the balls that stick to them. And this summer, with a cooler at their side, they're gonna make up for all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AB Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at CarolinaQualityAir.com.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones from Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness. What's new, Dr. Jones?
Yes, we just added 6,000 more square feet of gym space where we're now able to offer our athletic movement programs. They're age-specific programs that help you develop speed, power, agility, and strength to give you that athletic edge. So come by and see us at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness on Arlington Boulevard or check us out online at kptonline.com. That's kptonline.com.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
That's for you. Answer the call from patients who need plasma. Donations are down, so give plasma at a Grifols Center and receive compensation. Visit grifolsplasma.com. Gonna get that? Answer the call from patients who need plasma and receive up to $700 your first month when you donate at a Grifols Center. Visit grifolsplasma.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Be sure to stop by their office at 801 Staten Road in Greenville, or you can book an appointment online at signsandtint.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, good job on the pronunciation that time, Shirley.
Thank you. I messed that up yesterday.
Wow, what'd you say?
What did you say?
Nothing.
Did you leave out a letter?
I did. Inadvertently.
Starting to sound a little bit like Gary and Gastonia.
Yeah.
Using those words.
Yeah.
Signs and teat next time.
Yeah. It's what happens when you read too fast. Every once in a while, you just kind of leave off a letter and, well.
Kind of like you did with UMass. That time.
I will never live that down. I will never live that down.
You ass.
I remember.
And now for your starting lineups for UMass.
How did you miss the end of UMass?
I don't know. I was looking right at it. Sorry.
I remember on Howard Stern's show. I don't know if this was a real place or if it was a joke ad, but I remember they ran it, and it was like the place was called Sofa King, like where you get your sofas, and they just kept saying like our prices are sofa. See, it's hard to even say.
Yeah.
Sofa King, great.
Right.
But then,
but the faster you say it.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You got to be careful with that one.
I know it is tough to even say slowly. But I just remember.
Did you see where this? Speaking of sofas and furniture, the mattress guy in Texas and Houston has a chance to win a $35 million buyout if the Houston Astros win the World Series.
It's $39 million.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah. Is this the guy that always does? Is it the mattress guy or whatever?
Mattress guy. He's been around. He's like a legend in Houston. Apparently he has a chance to make bank.
Yeah, it's something like he placed a bet, and if the Astros take the World Series, he walks away with $39 million.
Well, good for him.
Uh-oh.
I got bad news for him.
Oh, what's that?
The Braves.
They coming for you, sucker!
That team on the other side.
I was so glad to get your reaction to the final out the other night.
I did not know you were doing that.
Yeah, I know.
In fact, my lawyers are going to contact you about filming me without my permission.
Oh, okay. Tell them I said, bring it on.
All right.
I was sitting there and I was like, I got to get this. I was like 1 out away. Y'all were up, what, 2 or 3 runs? I was like, I got to get the reaction.
And just such a weird moment in time where we're watching the Pirates play in a game where we should have already been home after the fifth quarter.
Yep.
And that's going on, and the Braves are going on, and just a lot of emotions, a lot of things happening. So that was awesome. And last night was awesome too. It still feels weird to me one of my teams.
That was awesome.
Starting to sound like Brett Kennedy.
Yeah.
Over here. It was awesome.
And then that was awesome.
It was awesome.
And then that was awesome.
All right, let's hope the Pirates are awesome on Thursday night. We'll be with you 3:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate on Thursday. Before that, you can hear Jeff Charles on at noon on the UBE Pirate Preview, getting you ready for the action. Let's hear one more from Donnie Kirkpatrick. Shirley, we ran, I think, parts 1 through 3 yesterday. We got one more as Donnie Kirkpatrick answered questions on Monday. And here you go.
Moving to USF on Thursday, you had good success against them last year in Tampa. What do you remember about that game, and how do you translate some of that into?
Well, what I remember is we were coming off what I would say, I don't give how many years now because it's too many years for me, one of the worst games ever that I'd been part of as a player or a coach down at Georgia State. That was a bad day. I know it was a day we rallied. We rallied because of some other things, and they helped us a little bit in the end in special teams. So I remember we came off a really, really devastating loss, and we played, to that point, the best we'd played, and still really pretty good, I think, overall for the whole year. So my memory, because I like to be positive, is I'm thinking we were coming off, boy, it was a devastating time in that locker room after the game. Now, there was some heartbreak in there, and sometimes you're like, I don't know if I can go on or not, you know what I'm saying? We came back and played really well. So these kids are like that. They are competitive. I don't know that I said that 2 years ago. They're competitive. They want to do well. And we had, I know, that was the best practice we've had since the season started tonight. And I don't know if it was the night. I don't know if it's Halloween. I don't know what it is. But they were juiced up. They had a great attitude about it. And we practiced really, really well. Normally that means you're going to play well. We practiced pretty good last week too, though. And in some ways, I guess we did play well because we took a really good football team into overtime. We just got to play better.
Now that Fernando's the number 2 center on the depth chart, I know he's starting at guard, but has he gotten to work any at center?
Yeah, we have to rotate him right now. Plus, we've had some sickness. Sean Bailey's been sick this week, and Isaiah Foote was a little sick today. They both kind of went. They just couldn't go as much. So Coach Shankwater's just really had to play the shell game out there. They're all having to move around. Nashad's having to play guard. He's having to play tackle. So it's a little bit like the NFL. You got about 8 or 9 guys, and they just got to all play all the positions. So, he gets snaps before the practice, gets a little bit afterwards, plays guard during practice, has to play center. So he's doing good. He's a really leader for the team right now, and I'm sure glad we got him because you got to have somebody who can do that when this happens.
Coach, you talked about the 2-minute drills.
Yep.
And working on that. You had 2 chances at the end of the game. Coach said he didn't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Is that kind of where?
Yeah, I think the one was a legit minute something, 37. That's a legit 2-minute deal. The next time they keep clock alive because they tried to go win it, and we're kind of backed up, not real backed up, but we didn't have great field position. If we threw kind of a safe pass, try to see if we could get going. When he got to 3rd down, he said, "I think we should probably run it right here." At that point, let's don't lose the game. Let's take the overtime if we can. So we were able, they had 1 timeout left. They used it. We were able to get down to 37 seconds, but we got a good punter. He was able to really hit a good punt. So I think we probably just calculated, what's the chances we're going to make it on 3rd down here? Let's don't force one. Let's don't throw a pick six. Don't give them field position. We played too good. I think even though we had had 2 drives in a row we hadn't scored, we had won the second half. You know what I'm saying? It was 24-10 at half. Now it's 24-24. So we'd won the second half. So I think we still felt like we had the momentum. I think we felt like our players would take the field in overtime thinking, all right, we've put the pressure on them. I know that's what I was feeling. I know it didn't work out that way, but that's what we were feeling. So that's a calculated decision by him. I think it was the right one.
There is Donnie Kirkpatrick as part of our Bud Light ECU report. Let's hear some from the defensive side of the ball as Blake Harrell, his group was playing with their proverbial hair on fire Saturday night at Houston. Looked awesome. Gave up the score in overtime after holding Houston down for an entire half of football. But you got to give those guys a lot of credit. They have played some winning football and kept ECU in games where their offense was floundering. Let's hear what Blake Harrell had to say about that, and also looking ahead to South Florida.
At the end of the day, there's like only one thing that matters, right? And that's winning the ball game. It doesn't matter. Play well here, play well there. At the end of the day, you got to find a way to win. And if you're not doing that, you got to keep going back and studying and improving and working your tail off to get that done. And it's got to have urgency and purpose, intent. It's got to increase every single day to get better. And where can we find ways to win the ball game? And last 2 ball games, there's been places we can get better, and we can find ways to help our team win. So that's the final stat that matters, and we got to keep trucking along and get it done this Thursday against USF. And in a short week, you're excited because you get right back at it. You don't have time to lick your wounds, feel sorry for yourself, and pout about last Saturday night. I mean, you got to get turned around, you got to get going, and you got to get all focused on South Florida. So that's been pretty good for me, maybe more so than our kids, but especially me. And I'm excited playing Dowdy Fickle on a Thursday night. I've never done that. Our guys have done it. They're excited about it. They're excited to feel that energy, feel that juice in there, feel our boneyard, and see those guys, see our fans in there and just celebrate those fans and go take it to USF. And that's what we're going to try to do and keep playing, to that level and even better, and see if we can step it up even another notch. So that's our goal, and that's where we're at right now.
You guys played a really solid game defensively. The main thing that went wrong was just the one play in the overtime. Take us through that a little bit, and what were you fooled a little bit on that, or was it just a missed hit? Or?
No, I mean, you said there's also 24 other points in there, but the one play in overtime we brought boundary pressure. It's been a really good boundary pressure for us, and I'd call it 100% of the time again. We just overstepped a gap there inside, and a guy that's maybe played the best game of his season, and probably, if we win that ball game, he's probably player of the week. He really is. He's probably defensive player of the week in the conference, and just oversteps a little bit, loses a little integrity, and their big, gigantic old lineman swallowed him up a little bit and gets out on us. Then we do a poor job tackling on about the 9-yard line there, and you love to have that one back. That's what we tell our guys, like, hey, you want to be better? Look at this. Is this the play you want to go down with? Could you give extra effort here? Could we play this better? And those are the things we're talking about improving. But, you can't, unfortunately, the last 2 weeks, it came down to one play here or there. But it's really a series of plays. I think we talked about that at UCF. Just, hey, throughout the ball game, what can we do to get better and make plays here and there so it's not a one play come fourth quarter time. So.
When you look at South Florida, I mean, they had a heck of a rushing day against Temple, and it seems like ever since they put that quarterback in, the young guy, they've kind of stepped up as a team. What do you see from them?
I see they're very, very talented in the backfield. I mean, they may not have just one all-star guy back there, but they got a whole crew, a whole stable of just really good players. Zero Mangum from the transfer from Colorado is a big-time tailback, 220-something pounds, and then they got a couple other guys, 21 and 3 that can carry the rock and get downhill on you too. And the quarterback adds a whole other dimension to it. So now not only you have to worry about tailbacks, and they may have a tailback play going here and then a quarterback counter play going here. So you got two different plays. You got to make sure you're responsible for both. It makes very eye discipline and what you're doing. Makes you fundamentally just, hey, we can't play and sink and play for the pass game. We got to make sure we're up there in the box and ready to play for the run game and stack it a little bit. So that's kind of where we're at. I mean, they've done a really nice job with that quarterback. He's a freshman, but you wouldn't know that. I mean, he's got a strong. Our kids were asking us today, say, how's he throw it? Because we've been watching so much run game. And I said, well, let's watch a clip, and they were pretty impressed. The linebackers were. And I said, he can sling it. He's got a strong arm. He gets rid of it quick. But everybody thinks he's a runner, does a really good job with his feet. He does, but he can still throw it too. So you got to work cut out for us. I think the O-line may be the most impressive part of their team compared to a year ago. They're doing a really nice job up front, just in the run game, pass game, picking up pressures. And so that we got to work cut out. And I told our guys, like, as a group, they're not as big as what we played the last several games, but as a group, they're probably more fundamental, more sound in the run game than what we've seen.
This unit of yours, light bulb seemed to click on last Saturday. I know they're getting better and better every week, it seems like, but they really could see you dial it up with a lot of tackles for losses and a lot of sacks and a lot of blitzing, and it just looked different. Yeah, the opportunity just created itself a few times, and the guys did a really nice job. I think, you're talking about 13 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 80-something rushing yards, maybe about 170 passing, maybe about 250. Which is all really good, and our guys are freaking playing their tails off. But we got to keep doing it so we can get that one stat that matters, the W. But just really, really proud of those guys attacking downhill, the way they're tackling. Like they had that last play back that we talked about, but just really proud of the way they're playing the game right now, playing with some confidence, and we got to continue to carry that moving forward, and improve on it. So that's what we want to try to do and get done against South Florida.
Well, that third down stop right before they kicked, what was their third field goal attempt, their second miss, it looked like they had a quick audible or a check with me, and then you guys countered it immediately. Could you walk us through that? Yeah, so, they did that a couple times throughout the game. Their tendency, I think, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 plus, they're about 100% pass is what they've been over the last 4 or 5 ball games. And just that's who they were and who they've been. And then early in the game, you seemed like, hey, we got some of those excited looks. I think maybe one of the first third downs we had them backed up in the second quarter, and we showed a little 2-man, and they come out and run the football, and we get on the ground, get it stopped. But that's where you knew, hey, they're going to vary from their game plan a little bit, and you can see them checking when they have certain looks. So we tried to check in certain looks just to get a little better run call, because we had some pass rush stunts on, pass rush pressures, and just want to get in a little bit of a run sound call. And at the end of the day, it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8. The goal of third down is really just to get them stopped before they get across, and get them in a 4th down situation where they have to punt it, get rid of it. And our guys did a pretty good job of that the other night. So that was kind of,
hey, they check. Look, we talked about it on the sideline. Make sure we get a quick check in, and for the most part, was able to do that. So that's credit to our guys. Just being an older defense, second year of a defense, and just some experienced guys out there running the show. So it's nice to see.
It's been a while since an ECU defense has maybe had more players than can be on the field at one time, like a Teagan Wilk trying to maybe find a way on the field, or Ramsey, or some of these other guys. Like, what are those conversations like, trying to get them on the field, but also they got good players in front of them too?
Yeah, and you know what? Each individual on our defense brings something to our unit, brings something to our team, and we've been saying this ever since I got here. It's going to take all of us. It takes all of us to get this job done, and it's really, if you think about it, it's not just our defensive room. It's our team. It's our program. It's our fans. It's everybody that's in Dowdy-Ficklin on Thursday night to get that W. It's going to take everybody. And each individual is bought into that within our defensive. And whether it's Teagan Wilk, Aaron Remser, Gerard Stringer, they all know that, hey, when I'm on the field, I'm going to give it all I got for ECU. I'm going to turn it loose. Because if I give all I got, and then the next guy comes in, he's got, bang, we can always be fresh. And it's really paid off down the stretch. I mean, Teagan Wilk, we're really in a 4-minute situation down by 7 there in the fourth quarter, and he's a run-stopping. That's what he does, and punch the ball out and shows up and does it again. Surad Ware and Elijah Morris hustling their tails over there and to recover it, and that's just a credit to those guys and them believing and playing their tails off to try to get that win. So just really proud of them, and what they mean is it's not me. It's all about our team and our program and what we're trying to do as a unit.
Looking forward to seeing the Pirate defense under the lights, Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, in the black uniforms, looking tough, looking mean, looking physical, coming up on Thursday night. Man,
physical,
good punch, flying around
opportunity
against that South Florida offense. Missed hearing from our guys in the Players Lounge on Monday, but Bruce Bivens did catch up with the local media on Monday, so let's hear from Bruce. He was playing in front of a lot of friends and family there in Houston. Actually went down with an injury in that game, but back ready to go for South Florida hopefully, and he talked to members of the media on Monday.
Bruce, pretty quick turnaround here, man. How are you guys handling the quick turnaround in South Florida?
We just adapting like we do with any circumstances that we have. We just got to get ready to go play football.
Mentally, do you want to get back out there and play after the Houston game?
Of course, we got to get that bitter taste out of our mouth. We always ready to play football, so we got to definitely get that bitter taste out of our mouth.
How much do guys get up for the Thursday night games?
Say that again.
How much do guys get up for a Thursday night game when you guys get to be kind of the showcase game across the country?
We're ready to take on the challenge. We're really excited, to display what we, have to show to everyone.
You guys look really aggressive on Saturday. This is as much blitzing as I've seen in a long time in Greenville. We're on the road this time around, but talk about the improvement of the defense and the ability to pressure.
We come to work every day, we just work on those things in practice, and we just go display it. We do what the coach tell us to do, and we just work the scheme.
The defense has gotten so much better. What do you think is the big difference? Just your opinion.
Our locker room has got a lot tighter. We don't want to let each other down, and we want to win. So that's obviously the big goal right there.
What concerns you most about South Florida? They seem to really run the ball well with the last game.
They have good players. We have good players. Nothing really concerns me personally, and I'm pretty sure our team as well. We got a good team too, so nothing.
When you look at the balance of trying to heal your body after a game like that versus also trying to get ready, how do you kind of find that balance? Because you got to practice well, obviously, to play well too.
Coach Houston, he's doing a great job. Coach Houston is taking care of that for us, and we're just gonna go to practice and get ready to play the football again.
What did you guys do during the break? You had like a 4-hour break or however long it was during the rain delay. Talk about how that process went and what they give you to eat and that sort of stuff to kind of keep you going. You have to eat a whole nother meal?
Yeah, of course. Obviously we ate pretty early. They gave us something to eat, during that delay, and we just sat around, just vibed with each other and just enjoyed each other while we had that time down. And when it was time to play, we just got ready to play.
You guys came out with an amazing energy level, though, after all of that, which was as surprising as anything, the level of energy that you guys brought, especially on defense. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, the goal stayed the same. You know, just because some circumstances changed don't mean our goal changed to want to win. So we just came out there ready to play.
How did you feel the guys handled that? The coach said you guys just kind of watched film, stayed focused in the moment.
Yeah, we just stayed in the moment, you know, vibed out with each other, and we was just ready to play. I mean, we were so anxious. We just, you know, walking around and stuff, pacing back and forth. We was ready to play football.
You guys shut them out in the second half. Turnovers continued. You know, positives to take away from that game?
Yeah, I mean, we do have some positive. Obviously, we got some things we could work on too, but, you know, we was ready to play.
This isn't your first go-round against USF. What are you kind of expecting from them offensively a little bit that you can remember about them, if anything?
I mean, they're gonna play hard, and they're gonna try to come in here and get a dub, and it's our goal to stop that.
What problems does a running, passing quarterback pose? You've seen a couple this year now.
I mean, the problems is he could run and he could throw. I mean, we played a quarterback like that against Charleston Southern, so, I mean, we just got to bring our hard head and get ready to adapt to that.
Are you excited to be back in front of a home crowd?
Yeah, it's always excited to be back in front of our home crowd because, you know, it's real electrifying and the atmosphere is just crazy.
All right, Bruce Bivens ready to go in front of the home crowd on Thursday night. Let's hear from one of his running mates on the defensive side of the ball, Gerard Stringer, who stood out in 2019, and then Jira Wilson kind of stepped up in his absence in 2020, and now we're seeing both Jira and Gerard flying around. Let's hear from Stringer Bell, Gerard Stringer, as he met with the media on Monday.
Gerard, you guys coming off a really good defensive performance and really 2 straight in a row. How much confidence are you guys playing with right now?
Playing with a lot of confidence. We practice hard every day. We practice to get better, fast, physical, aggressive, and we practice and we do that in the game.
How tough is it to play on this short of a week, coming back from Houston and dealing with the delay there and everything that came with that game?
Very tough. We just got to have mental toughness every game, and that's what our focus this week. And when we was in the locker room, that was our main focus, and watching film and just focusing on that.
This defense seems to be getting better every week, but the light switch seemed to turn on Saturday night for whatever reason. What's cooking with this defense? All of a sudden, you're in the backfield, you know, like 15 tackles for a loss. How many there were? 5 or 6 sacks. What's cooking?
Playing with our hair on fire. That's the goal every week. Coach Houston, he always tell us to play with passion, play aggressive, and just like I said, play with our hair on fire.
For you, coming back from the Achilles, you know, missing all last year, how tough was that rehab, and then what has this process been like, kind of getting back on the field, getting back in the mix?
It was very tough. Rehabbing like 3 times a day, trying to get my Achilles right. It was just very tough, and had to get through it. My mental toughness had to kick in, and I had to do what I had to do.
Do you feel like you're over that now, pretty much, in terms of the injury?
Yeah, I still have injury. I still feel a little bit, but I still work through it because there's nothing I can do. Just keep rehabbing every day. The trainers, they're good with me, so I get in, stretch, do what I need to do, and get out. Then good.
They say it's a pretty brutal injury to have. So, like, when it happened, I think you were away from campus, like doing a workout on your own. Kind of walk us through that, and then how tough was that rehab process?
Yeah, so I was in Georgia, visiting my girlfriend dad, and I was working with a trainer, and we stretched. We did everything right. We warmed up, and I just came out of my back pedal, and then it felt like somebody kicked me. So I didn't know it was torn. I thought it was just a little sprain, but we put ice on it. He told me that it's probably torn, and then we went through from there.
You got a short week coming up. What kind of performance are you kind of expecting on Thursday against a really good USF team?
Do what we do. We just want to focus on us. That's all we can do. We're gonna prepare really hard. We're gonna be focused, laser focused this week, and we're gonna study film every day, and we're gonna get the job done.
Are you guys getting rested up slowly but surely here? Are you starting to recharge a little bit?
Yes, food. Rest was the key for this week. Coming back from the long night that we had, so we got a lot of rest last night, and we're gonna get some rest today. So.
Have you ever been through anything like you went through Saturday, as far as a lightning delay and the
that was the first time. That was the first time we ever had to wait that long I had to wait that long to play in the game. So it was pretty tough, but we got through it.
How excited are you to come back home into Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium and be back in front of your fans?
Pretty excited. I love the fans. I love the juice. I love getting the crowd hype, and I love getting my teammates hype, and it's a fun experience.
Do you feel like the students section in particular, seems like there's going to be a lot around that Thursday night, can help pick you guys up, like on a short week, kind of add that extra energy?
Yes, they help a lot. They always come up to us and tell us what a great job we be doing, so we always feed off that energy, and that they help us tremendously.
I feel like you guys started really laying the wood around the Tulane game. Mm-hmm. Did something change in there where you guys I feel like you guys are hitting harder. I don't know if that's accurate, but
we just playing with that chip on our shoulder. We feel like we got a lot to prove, and we're gonna play aggressive every day. Coach, he installed that in us, and that's what we're gonna do.
Do you think that? Do you feel that maybe that's ratcheted up a notch?
I do. Like everybody's hitting. J-Mac getting hits, Malik getting hits, Jamal, everybody getting hits. So.
Everybody getting hits, and there's going to be some. I think it was ever since Parker Bunch called in on the fifth quarter. Said need to get some pads popping.
You need to be banging some pads.
Banging some pads. Well, guess what, Parker? They listen to you, buddy. And they are banging some pads, and we'll be doing that coming up Thursday night when the Pirates take on South Florida.
We still have our offensive coordinator, though.
Yeah, they hadn't listened to you on that part yet, Parker. So we will hear from the Pirate Nation coming up after the game Thursday night. Redbeard says if you were playing the Mark Lindsay drinking game after 3 clips, you would be blackout drunk.
You are correct, sir.
He threw in some
a little bit for sure.
In terms of focus,
a little bit,
especially when he asked, Stringer, do you feel like you're over that? Talking about the injury
in terms,
and he added in terms of the injury,
in terms of the injury, a little bit for sure.
I can see it all over your face. It's written on your face.
He is a legend. He is truly an Eastern North Carolina legend.
What are the keys to the game a little bit for sure, if any?
If any, yeah, if anything. All right, let's get a break in. Let's open up the booty bag, Shirley, here on a Wednesday.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All righty, what do you want to give away today?
Let's see. We're halfway through the week. I'm pretty sure folks don't want to cook dinner. Why don't we do pizza?
Who wants to cook dinner when you could have a nice, large, 2-topping pizza from Domino's?
That's exactly right.
All right, what caller are we looking for?
Caller 10.
317-1250. Caller number 10 is a winner. We'll be back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery. when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
At US Cellular, we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. Right now, you choose any phone and we make it free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak and our seafood delight pasta. The Rick House is open for lunch daily from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday. Take a break from your workday with lunch at the Rick House. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road, beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
At Union Bank, we understand you live life on the go. That's why our banking options are designed to serve you, wherever you are. If you want to meet us in person at one of our local branches, complete banking tasks on the go from the mobile app, or bank from your office with convenient remote deposit and cash management services, we're everywhere you need us to be. Whether you're simply managing a busy schedule or an entire business, we're right there with you with personalized service and helpful tools. Call or visit us online at unionbanknc.com. Union Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Holiday time is precious. Save time and fly local at flypgv.com. Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book now at flypgv.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, the Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has a nationally certified therapist for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Broad.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. We will lob a phone call out to Mike Mullis, Packers fan. Speaking of the Packers, I made a move in each of my fantasy leagues involving the same player. I just picked up Randall Cobb, and I believe I'm going to insert him into my starting lineup for this week because Devontae Adams is on the COVID-19 list for the Packers, as is receiver Alan Lazard, who has now joined Adams on the COVID-19 list. He's one of those lizard people.
Lizard.
So Marquez Valdez-Scantling is on injured reserve right now. He's been out the last 4 games with a hamstring injury.
You know where he went to school?
South Florida.
Bingo.
And where'd he transfer from?
Oh, I don't know.
Smart guy. You want to ask me questions? I got questions for you.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
I'll give you
I had confidence that you knew the answer.
I'll give you a hint.
Notre Dame.
Oh. He went to NC State.
Oh.
And then ended his career at South Florida, right?
Yeah.
Do we have Mully, Shirley? No Mully?
No
All
Mully.
All right.
He did not answer the phone.
Call him first, and we did.
We tried.
We called him first,
Yeah.
and then I got his voicemail.
Maybe he'll
wow.
call us back.
Call us.
But yeah, I'm going to give Randall Cobb a go because they are down a ton of receivers. Thursday Night Football, it's actually a great game, Chandler, that we won't be watching. You won't because you'll be live at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
Yes, sir.
For the Pirates and the Bulls.
The Bulls.
When is the last time you were at a game with fans?
With fans?
Did you go to games last year?
I went to Tulane last year. That was the only game I went to, and that was very, very strange. Being in this, basically in a section by myself. I was given a ticket by a good friend of mine, and I went, and it was basically general seating. And I went to where I sat growing up as a kid, and I literally was by myself in that section. Last time I was at a game with a crowd, and there wasn't much of a crowd there, it was the last game of the 2019 season against Tulsa, where I believe the Pirates were whooped. That was the last time I was at a game with fans in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. So I'm very excited for tomorrow. After the pregame show, I will be heading over to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, and I expect to be with a bunch of other Pirate fans tomorrow night.
I have not been to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium since ECU was scheduled to play North Carolina A&T on a Saturday, and I was there.
That was the cardboard box game.
That was the rain box game. I saw the intro, and then the announcement was made that there was lightning in the area. Everybody take cover. And then we had the biggest monsoon ever.
Yes.
And the game got pushed to Sunday. I did not go on that Sunday, and I haven't been back since. So I need to get out there soon.
I remember being a student, and there was a long line into the game, and I remember thinking, man, we waited too long. We're going to miss the intro, which we did. And then I was like, we're going to miss opening kickoff. And by the time we got into the game, there was nobody on the field. They still had fans in the stands, and then the lightning came, and then they made us leave. We're waiting, and all of a sudden, I see on Twitter that the game was moved to the next day, and I'm like, guys, you're not going to believe this. This game is not happening tonight. It is going to happen. I believe it was 1 o'clock, maybe noon the next day.
Yeah.
I ended up going back the next day, and it was very hot. I remember it being so hot that next day. And I sat there and watched the Pirates lose to A&T, and that was that's kind of when I realized how bad the program was in the dumps.
And then you heard the opposing team's coach say, "Tell them to bring me my money."
Tell them to bring me my money.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Speaking of thunder and lightning, Shirley,
D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart.
Not at all. I received several texts from my mother on Saturday, most of which asking me, when is the game going to play? What channel is it going to be on? Is it going to be on the same channel?
Yeah.
What do I do? And I don't mind that. I'll, tell her the answers. Bryce Williams send me those same texts every week.
What time's I bet, was he blowing up your phone on Saturday?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Wow. What's going on?
What do you hear and what time? Man, this is a dang shame. Hopefully Bryce Williams should be
5
back.
hours.
He'll be back with us next
That's
week.
enough time to go get a little fishing in before I got to watch the game.
Golly, I'm in a deer stand less times than
I
that.
could have went fishing 40 miles out and come back in and watch the game.
But after the text about the game, my mom said, one more thing. If Thunder and Lightning have a good game again tonight, can y'all play a snippet of Imagine Dragons' song Thunder and Lightning? And I just sent back, stop. And she said, why? Shirley could have it queued up. It's only like 5 seconds. Do you want me to ask her?
Mom got sassy.
And I just sent a thumbs up emoji. I figured that would be appropriate to maybe end that conversation.
Well, I will say that your mom does know how to get a hold of me if she needed to ask me a question.
Well, y'all would, and my mom was a huge fan of the Bud Light pregame tailgate for all the years because she liked Shirley's music. Like, she loved the music tie-ins. And there's some things we can't do musically now due to YouTube and all that stuff. So,
and I miss it. I miss it so badly.
It's the consequences of growing and expanding our brand to YouTube and Facebook.
That's right.
Very sensitive.
We did an entire show during the awful years where we did karaoke on the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
Yes, we did. And that was probably, I would say, one of the more entertaining, because there was one where we did, was a Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And it was me, you, Glenn. I want to say there might have been somebody else in the studio, and we did the karaoke version of that song, the part that everybody sings.
And it was not great, but it was fun.
It was not great, but it got a lot of feedback.
Yes.
On Facebook Live. So
if we were to do that today, it'd have to be a cappella. It's not the same.
Oh, we would be put in jail if we tried that today.
We would literally be behind bars.
Yeah. FBI would just like ransack this place.
Are you guys playing music? No, sir.
FBI. Just singing.
Oh, no, sir. Let's get a break in. We will come back, have more for you on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We're back after these messages.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, single game tickets are on sale now for as low as $20 for 3 great games to come. East Carolina will take on the Bulls of South Florida, the Temple Owls for Hall of Fame weekend, and then Thanksgiving weekend, it's nationally ranked Cincinnati. For tickets, go to ECUPirates.com.
You can paint this with purple.
Hey y'all, it's October, which means it's time to get ready for Halloween. This is Lisa with Halloween Express, Greenville's locally owned Halloween superstore for 23 years. The Halloween fun is back, and we have everything you need to make it one to remember. From kids to adults, we've got you covered. We have the largest selection of masks in Greenville, plus every other costume you can think of. Come visit our new location in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville on Greenville Boulevard, open 7 days a week. Halloween Express, what are you going to be?
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and I couldn't do my job without my offensive line keeping me safe. Make sure your employees are safe by using ArcPoint Labs for your medical testing needs. From pre-employment testing to COVID test, ArcPoint Labs is there to serve Eastern North Carolina with accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Schedule an appointment at any of their 6 Eastern North Carolina locations or visiting them online at arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Do you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems? Perhaps professional cleaning of your air ducts could help. Family owned and operated in Winterville for over 22 years, Carolina Quality Air was the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. From residential to commercial, they can handle any size job, big or small, including our studios here at Pirate Radio. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 viruses, including the coronavirus. Visit them online at CarolinaQualityAir.com.
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your Bucs scoreboard. Game 2 of the World Series between the Astros and the Braves is tonight. First pitch is scheduled for 8:09 p.m. at Minute Maid Park. A couple of NBA games on the docket tonight. The Hornets are on the road at the Magic for 7 o'clock tip-off. The Celtics host the Wizards at 7:30, and the Lakers take on the Thunder at 8 o'clock tonight. And that is a look at your Buccaneer scoreboard, brought to you by The Buck. The place to be this weekend for all the Halloween fun is The Buck. Come get bucked up in your best Halloween costume for the biggest Halloween extravaganza in Greenville. Saturday and Sunday, The Buck will be having a costume contest, live music, and a balloon drop at the end of each night with over $500 worth of cash and prizes. Come in your best costume this week to The Buck. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in Eastern North Carolina, and Halloween extravaganza Saturday and Sunday. Check them out on Instagram or Facebook for more information. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Watch your language.
My apologies for what Shirley said a moment ago.
I'm just reading what people tell me to read.
Get bucked up.
Yes.
At Da Buck. Man, busy night on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard tonight. Game 2, World Series, NBA, NHL. A lot going on, baby. You know what? You're a Nationals fan. I don't like you pretending to be a Braves fan.
I am on the Braves bandwagon because I want the Astros to lose.
That is the truth. I want the Astros to lose. Hey.
Hi.
We can be... I don't know.
Because I didn't pull for the Nationals. I don't pull for my division teams, rivals.
I don't like the Astros.
Yeah, I get that.
We can be Astro killing brothers.
This is kind of like when the Eagles... Well, it's kind of not, because I rooted against the Eagles when they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I just can't root up the Giants. Back when the Giants won, I was kind of pulling for the Giants to beat the Patriots. So I have rooted for a team in my division before. I gotta say.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's the rub.
Here's the question.
Here's the rub.
Do you appreciate my support?
As a friend, yes. As a baseball fan, no. It disgusts me. As a friend, I appreciate it because you're a good.
No problem, friend.
You're a good man. You're a good person.
I appreciate that.
As a sports fan, you're a piece of trash. You're despicable.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Chandler, are you going to trivia tonight?
You know it. Hey, you know Hugh? Hugh, damn right.
I got a trivia question for you. There has been a trade. Have you seen it in the NFL?
No.
All right. Let's see if you can piece this one together. This former Heisman Trophy winner is going back to a team in which he had...
Did this just happen?
Yes, 2 1,000-yard rushing seasons for this NFL team. This former Heisman Trophy winner has been traded back to a team in which he had 2 1,000-yard rushing seasons for previously in his career. I mean, I didn't give you I gave you some stuff there, but on the fly, that's tough. Jeff. So obviously, we're talking about a player that's been around a little while. Been around. Going back to a former team he played for, in which he had rushed for 1,000 years. So we're talking about a running back. We're talking about an Alabama running back.
Mark Ingram.
And we are talking about Mark Ingram. Well done, sir. He is going back to the New Orleans Saints.
He's on my fantasy team.
I mean, I guess you'd rather have him there than Houston.
Yes.
So,
much so.
The Texans, this is according to Tom Pelissero. It doesn't say what the Texans are getting in return.
Poor David Culley.
But good for Mark Ingram. Now he gets to go to a potential playoff team.
Good for him.
Playoffs. Bucks and the Saints in the Superdome this Sunday. I like that matchup.
Yeah.
It's a good ball game. Big ball game. All right, so there is that. We still have one more break to take, so let's do it right now. We got a lot accomplished in that segment.
Yes, we did.
We will return and get ready to wrap it up on a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a 2021 Cadillac CT5 for 0.9% for 72 months, plus $500 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number 1.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's 84th anniversary. Since 1937, Bostic Sugg has built a legacy based on quality furniture, value, and exceptional customer service. Get anniversary savings up to 15% off store-wide, plus 6 months special financing on brands like Lazy Boy, Kincaid, Rowe, Bassett, and more. Plus, for a limited time, get local delivery for only $19.37. Wake up to a whole new you and enjoy 72 months special financing on a new Serta or Restonic mattress now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good. University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, are you ready for some Warren's hot dogs? Warren's original Hot and Judy's mild sweet chili hot dogs have been the official hot dog of sports fans for over 30 years. Pick up a tailgate special this football season of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. Warren's in Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the new Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Warren's hot dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was down 266 points at 35,490. The NASDAQ was up 1/10 of a point at 15,235, and the S&P was down 23 at 4,551. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report for a personal look into investing. Call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, back to you, Clip.
When y'all were like shooting basketball in the driveway, yard, or whatever, did you be like, all right, if I make this next shot, so-and-so will happen?
Yeah.
You ever do stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
If I hit the camera with this piece of balled up paper, the Braves are going to win tonight.
And what happens if you don't hit it?
I don't know. I can't decide on that. It's out of my control.
But if it hits it, it's like a guarantee.
Correct.
All right, let's go.
All right, go for it, brother. I don't know.
I need, do we have any side angles? Because I might have scraped the bottom.
It looked like it was pretty close to the camera.
Line. It came up short, but it may have grazed the camera. I'm going to call it a win. We'll recap it, I guess, Friday on Pirate Radio Live. We have no Pirate Radio Live on Thursday because we have wall-to-wall ECU football coverage coming up. Noon on the UBE Pirate Preview. Then at 3:30 we take over for the 4-hour Bud Light pregame tailgate. We'll be with you until the 7:30 kickoff, and then after the game, the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. We will talk to you folks on Thursday. Wear your black, be loud at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, and we'll see you at 3:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville.